There's something you've always suspected about reality. There's something that you've always questioned deep inside of you. What is this reality? Who are we truly? What is real? And so you keep going and seeking, searching and finding, discovering, believing, knowing, confirming. And every step of the way, you're deconstructing everything you ever thought, and at the same time confirming everything that you never thought. You realize there are no coincidences, but you see patterns everywhere. And then you get surprised. You connect the dots. You feel the presence. You hear the voices inside of you, outside of you. Where are they coming from? Welcome to them. You created this moment, and we heard your call. We created this moment, and we knew you were coming. Welcome to the Mystics, your portal, your friends, as we guide you, as we accompany you into the unknown, becoming the known, and what you knew being reconsidered, being blown apart, put back together 1,000,000 times over. This is the ascension. This is the dropping in. This is everything. And we're here for it, with you. I'm Riz Mirza, psychic medium, shaman, trance channel, locksmith of the soul. Let's open the doors.
And I'm Lady O, intuitive empath, reprogrammer of the mind, the soul, and the heart to live a better, more peaceful life. Welcome to Psychic Pizza Party.
Express. Trance Europe Europe Express. Trans Europe Express. Trans Europe Express. Trans Europe Express.
And we are
Back. Welcome to the party. The Psychic Pizza Party.
How are you guys doing? Are you guys being good? Or are you being bad?
Bad. I heard the resounding bad echoing through the dimensions.
This is the psychic, mystic, weird, good boy, bad girl club. So all the misfits, all the geniuses, all the wizards, all the Hogwarts students.
Keep going.
All the cartoon characters.
Yes.
All the people that are here but not really
You
here.
can't see my cartoon character. Look, I brought to the party.
We have we have some of our cartoon characters. You guys don't understand. We have a whole toy collection you have not seen yet.
Oh, he's nodding. He's agreeing with you. He has a life of his own. He has a mind of his own. I should have worn the chef's hat and put him up in there. That would have been hilarious.
Oh.
God. Where should I put him?
Welcome everybody.
Put him right here.
We have Erica, our assistant's here. Hey, Erica, say hello. Alex, my daughter's here. Alex, say hello.
Hello.
We dragged her in kicking and screaming. We got our snacks here. Everybody say hello to our snacks.
Hello.
We have been talking about snacks for 18 months.
Without eating any.
And without eating any, suffering while all you guys are sitting over there munching away, telling us about all your cool snacks. And we're sitting here starving.
Looks like QVC for snacks right now.
Yeah. Well, maybe people are going to start sending us snacks. So we tried to get our best. We tried to get low sugar or no sugar, gluten-free, all the healthy stuff that Riz hates. We're going to try that. And then I'm going to surprise him with some things.
Oh, what do you got there?
I got this thing called Tony's Chocolonely?
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 Tony's Chocolonelys. What is that?
What's that? I like
Tony's
that word.
Open Chain. Milk, chocolate pretzel, toffee, dark milk,
Hello, Tony.
Hi, we're Tony
Chocolonely right
Chocolonely.
now.
We exist to end exploitation in the cocoa industry. That's why I exist also. What a coincidence. It's my life's purpose. Imagine if someone asked a psychic question today, like, could you just tell me my life's purpose? And I'm like getting the messages from the boxes. I'm like, your life purpose is to end exploitation in the cocoa industry. Thank you. Next.
They would really take that.
Do you think that would work?
Seriously from you?
Because our Metamystic fans are like, they do what they say.
Yeah, they listen.
Right?
They're good kids.
All right.
Okay, everybody in the chat right now, let us know if you're a good kid or a bad kid.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're not either of those and you're either an alien, a starseed, if you are just a creator, or what are you really feeling right now about yourself? Where are you at? I would like to know who
like
we're dealing with
We're
tonight.
dealing with little people like this. These are our people, the astronauts of inner space.
That's right.
You like that?
Well, we hope you guys had a really good week. And this is where you let off steam. This is where you get cozy. Don't tell anybody what you're doing. Go hide under the covers and all the wizards come out. And this is where we talk about food, snacks, psychic medium, answers and questions, spirit guides, spirit shout outs, bells ringing, ratatouille talking. It gets really crazy in here. And nobody else is going to know what you guys are doing. So this is a secret. And this is where you hide under the blankets like when you were a kid. And,
Right.
and you like Harry Potter reading the book he's not supposed to read. This is the video.
What-
This is the channel and the video and the show you're not supposed
Which
to
Harry
watch.
Potter was that where he was under the covers with the light?
Erica would know that. Miss Hermione?
I don't have that much Harry Potter trivia.
What?
I think it was Chamber.
What about you,
I
Alex?
think it was Chamber of Secrets.
You watched Harry Potter? You were a big fan?
Let's
Oh, excuse me.
I thought it was Chamber of Secrets. Maybe you guys know. They're
see.
right. They're probably writing in it right
Oh.
now.
No one said yet. You guys oh, because of the delay.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody tell us what your Harry Potter house.
Okay, also we want to know your Harry Potter house. So we have Kim is detoxing. She's trying to be good.
I think I'm Ravenclaw.
Where Christine says she's developing, she's a developing psychic medium, and she never says that out loud. LOL.
Aw.
Patricia says she
This
feels
is a
like
safe space to say that you are not a muggle.
yes, that's true. Patricia says, I feel like I'm an earth-based soul who lived many lifetimes. However, I find myself wanting to fly lately. So, well, good thing that you're here with us, because if you fly, you'll be flying with us. You're going to be flying solo, girlfriend. Okay, so Colleen is an earth angel. Jasenia said, I think I'm the third one. Shatonia says, I do like root beer.
What are you talking about? The third one?
I
The
can't
houses
remember.
Option we gave.
Oh, the third option.
Oh,
right.
the third
okay.
option.
Not just I'm the third one.
I'm just
Okay,
the
so
third one.
Nancy says, I'm a rule follower, but I don't like it. So good, a lifelong learner. You don't like following rules,
No, she is a rule follower.
but she doesn't like it.
Well, what are you doing, Nancy?
She's on
She's
her
preparing to
she's-
overthrow the entire
she's-
universe.
Do you guys see what she's doing? She's sneaking and she's coming on our show
Oh.
because she secretly doesn't want to follow rules.
Right.
She's like, oh, but they don't follow rules. So
Were you
I'm-
the
I'm
amethyst
gonna
child
go
of your
hang out with them.
family? That's going to be my new public service announcement. Hello, I'm psychic medium Riz Mirza. Were you the amethyst child of your family? Did you secretly believe in spirits, spirit guides, spirit animals, and have a piece of amethyst that no one knew about? Call us.
Okay,
We can
Jasenia
help.
said it was a Harry Potter movie, the third one with Harry
Oh,
under the covers.
okay. That's Prisoner of
Chamber of Secrets.
Chamber of Secrets is the second one
'Cause he was
this
reading the
Prisoner
map.
of Azkaban.
Well, you guys, in case you don't know, that's what you're doing right now. So you have the blanket over your head and you're sneaking the map, the cosmic map on how to do this thing magically, how to do this life magically.
You know what's interesting? You said about maps and that disappearing map that was in Harry Potter.
Yes.
When I explain to people how I do my readings, when I'm doing a private reading with people on the phone. By the way, guys, you can get private readings through my website where I do half-hour phone readings. Okay, so when I'm tuning into someone, what actually happens in my own consciousness is I see basically like a scroll or a piece of paper open up, and things start to appear on it, like like reverse disappearing ink.
Oh, so that's exactly like the map in a way.
Except it's reversed.
It's reverse.
So things appear rather than disappear. So I'll see a name, I'll see a date, I'll see a place, I'll see a situation I'll see an actual physical space or an object. And then during the reading, I'm connecting dots, they're connecting dots, because when I'm tuning into a person's life, I don't know what that thing means or that thing means. And then we kind of like really create this beautiful picture and this map of where you've been, where you are, and how to get where you would like to go.
Yes,
Mhm.
I like that. Well, tonight they're going to utilize that. So let me tell you the rules. For those of you who
Cosmic
are new,
cartographers.
there you go.
I keep coming up with names. That's the
Those are all.
softball.
Those are
We'll
all.
have a
t-shirt
softball
names.
team called Cosmic Cartographers.
Wait, I know where you got that idea from.
What?
The baseball game.
What baseball game?
Wait, what did you just say?
I said, imagine if we had a softball team for all, like, and it was.
Oh, sorry. Baseball and softball are so far apart. I see how he couldn't correlate and make that connection.
What are you talking about, though? What do you mean?
Oh my
baseball
God.
team?
Okay, so let's just break this into two sections. So the first section threw him off, and the second section threw you
No,
off.
I just mean the general sport.
I'm gonna explain the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay. I said baseball instead of softball. Excuse me.
No, that didn't. mean
That
anything
part
to
didn't
me.
throw you off.
No.
Now, the part that threw you off is what I was referencing, because I thought you were referencing
No, yeah,
something.
that's what I want to know.
So I'm going to get to that. What you were referencing, oh, sir.
It's salty today.
Well, because you are just very hard to understand.
Just asking
Okay,
what.
so-
Just want to. I'm gonna
gonna
shove my mouth full
malfunction.
of fruit roll-ups and not say anything. That's what I'm gonna give
Well,
the
I'm not going to let
readings
you touch my snacks now until I actually
She was like,
finish.
you see what she did? She
I'm not gonna let you
swished
touch
my hand out of there.
snacks.
Yeah, I went through all the trouble getting the
Just
snacks.
told you.
So,
She went
well,
through all
am
the
I going to finish?
Instacart
Okay,
is
so
very
wait,
hard to do.
hold up. You know where you got the idea? When
Please tell me.
when the 70s, or was it 80s stars, 70s and 80s star had those softball games, like with Richie Cunningham and Scott Baio and that
No, I
whole
got it from
team.
like corporate, like when companies do, like we have our own team and we play other companies.
Riz is referencing corporations.
Usually you're correct. My references do go
Okay.
back to the 70s and 80s.
Well, guys,
This time,
for those of
They're
you
different.
who are new and are wondering what the heck is going on, this is Psychic Pizza Party.
can I
And I am Intuitive Empath Lady O, and this is my husband, Trance Channel and Psychic Medium, Riz the Wiz.
Jeff
and
Goldblum. What?
he said Jeff Goldblum. And
I don't know. That's the one person that people said I remind them of is Jeff Goldblum.
we will get
that's
to your
interesting.
psychic questions. It will happen. And you can ask psychic mediumship questions. And don't be afraid if we're having too much fun and you're in pain and you think this is a bad space to be asking questions about your loved one. Actually, it's the reverse. We're actually bringing in that energy from the other side, which is very celebratory. And they're here to actually connect to you in all the fun and glory they're in. So we're actually right exactly where we're supposed to be. And we're going to help you connect. So if you would have any questions about a loved one that you'd like a message from, and if you'd like also to find out who your spirit guides are, who's working with you, if you have any questions about your personal life, and I'm an empath, so you can ask me any questions about how to basically live on the planet without going crazy, because you want to keep your nervous system calmate. And so since that is a big issue, you guys can ask me any questions about how to create environments and inner environments and outer environments that
You mean
is-
like decorating techniques?
that's part of it.
Okay.
This is also part of it.
I pulled a lint out of Ratatouille's ear.
Not interesting. So
Why did he
I
get lint in his ear?
Still not interesting.
still not interesting.
I will be investigating that in the back of my mind for the next 2 hours.
That's correct. You will. You will
And what the blame will come on you or Alex?
So Erica is a astrologer, very good astrologer, and she will chime in here and there and give some words of wisdom when she feels like it. And meanwhile, these snacks are yelling at me, and I need to open at least one of them while you guys are thinking of your questions and writing them down. Erica is going to be going through them and helping you out. And in the middle of it all, Riz will get some downloads, spirit shout outs. We'll ring the bell.
That's a lot of pressure.
Oh, Erica, can you give me the rules so I can put it on the comment
Yes, I
and
can,
pin it?
so that you can pin it. Yes.
Thank you very much.
So we have the super chats. If you do a $50 super chat, that means your question is asked
Express.
next. Express pass. If you do a $20 super chat, that means your question will be asked during the live. We're still taking free questions.
And we interweave all the free questions too.
Yes.
But you don't know when we'll get to your question. So that's why we have this
Battle of the network.
wonderful planet Earth classist system, classist capitalist system.
Battle
Along
of the
with-
network.
Yes. Battle of the Network
I'm going to
stars.
stick with Battle of the network.
Show.
That's what I'm going to stick with.
You know how could they should still do that?
I know they really
Like
should.
the Netflix versus the Bravo versus, well, they kind of do, don't they?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we should do
They
the
get them on
Love
reality
is
shows
Blind crew fighting against the 90 Day.
Love is Blind crew versus the 90-Day Fiance crew versus the Traitors.
American Gladiator
Terrifying.
style.
That would be great.
That would be a great show. I'll collect my check now.
What's today's date?
Today is March 9th.
March 9th.
So we want to let you guys know what we've been up to this week. It's been a busy week. I wanted to let you guys know, in case you don't know, and you can go back and check, we spent the week dissecting and communicating and channeling to you all on YouTube about the telepathy tapes.
The telepathy
Now,
tapes. What
it came out in November. So many people saw it. Some people haven't. And now Kai, the director, is going, and Kai Dickens, she's going around and doing the circuit. So she's doing all the podcasts and getting interviewed and everything. And we were just like, wait a whole second. We are actually teaching what she's trying to understand. So let us back up a second and let's talk about what telepathy is. It's really the starting point of the entire exploration of consciousness. And we dropped in and gave a lot of information this week. I had a wonderful talk with Erica, who's worked with nonverbal kids. And we've also talked about our experience with astrology. And she also does that for nonverbal kids and their families. I talked about what we know about telepathy and remote viewing and the depths of that. And then Riz channeled prior to that Phineas, and he went deep into that topic.
Well, let's talk about what you guys probably don't know what the telepathy tapes are. But I'll tell you really quickly. The telepathy tapes is a podcast about this study that was done on nonverbal autistic children. And some of these children range in the age from 4 years old to 18, 19, 20. Okay, young people and children. So basically, these kids were written off by doctors and psychiatrists for the most part. Your kid isn't in there. This is just going to be worse for the rest of their lives. They're not going to be able to function in society. They are just not normal. Well, they certainly are not normal. They are super normal, meaning they are completely tapped into their psychic ability. Now, here's what was happening real quick. So these families were raising their kids, and while the doctors were telling them that you have no hope, these kids were displaying psychic abilities, meaning the mom could walk into the room and she's thinking about something that has nothing to do with the kid. Might be something that happened at work, and the kid then knows what happened at work. Specifics. Then it started happening where they could think of the mom started testing them and thinking of different series of numbers, and the kids would just say it. Then what started happening was they realized that the kids were able to know things, in some cases languages and historical facts, detailed, but they've never been to school. So what was going on? Well, they were also, and here's the telepathy part, for lack of a better term, they can read your mind. And they were able to access information in other people's minds, not just their moms. So how are they able to communicate this to their families? There's things called spelling boards. So they're called spellers. And by pointing to different letters on this simple plastic little board, they were able to make complete sentences. And these are huge breakthroughs in just regular communication with these kids, let alone this led to them, parents discovering they have clearly psychic, literally 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 correct answers psychically about material things. Okay. So meaning like numbers or patterns, or they could know what's in a book. So this became this known, I want to say this common knowledge amongst families of nonverbal kids, but they never really spoke about it because they would be ridiculed and all of that. So this woman did this study, and it's in different episodes on YouTube. So type in the telepathy tapes and listen to it, and then we break it down about what this really means, because what they are doing now is that they're at an impasse. They actually are saying, well, we need millions of dollars of funding to figure out what this is and how is this happening. And we're like, just tune into Psychic Pizza Party and we'll tell you what's happening.
And not just Psychic Pizza Party, but all the other videos we've had.
Yes.
As I said, that with Mouthful of Food.
To understand channeling and understand that everything is frequency. So it's fascinating. And why we're excited about it is because this seems to be the first step towards legitimizing and proving, not that we haven't proved it and other psychics haven't proved it, but according to psychiatrists and the official authorities, that psychic phenomenon is real.
Amen. Okay, we're going to jump in and do some snacks real quick. First of all, Riz, are you familiar with Justin's?
I am. And I've seen those in the house, but
hair
I've never
in
had
my
them.
mouth. I hate when that happens when you have long hair.
In the pantry.
Okay.
But I've never
You've never tried it. I had a feeling because if you did, they would probably be, the bag would be empty. So
because I was never a Reese's Pieces guy, a Reese's cup, peanut butter cup guy.
Such blasphemy.
And they look like that.
Can't even believe you said that in my presence.
See, I like chocolate sometimes,
okay,
and I like
I
peanut
want you
butter,
to try
but not
it.
together.
I want you to try it because you might change your mind. So this is Justin's free sponsorship.
I have to try this?
Mm-hmm. This is all from
So
Sprouts.
good. Are you kidding? Look at that.
Do you guys have Sprouts where you are?
I haven't answered yet. Just kidding.
I want to see his reaction.
Yeah.
Hold
I'm
on.
waiting for your reaction.
It tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
But it is
Healthy.
healthy.
Or not as poisonous.
Exactly. Well said.
You should just say,
Less
not
poison.
as poisonous.
Less poison in this box than in the other boxes.
It's not a bad marketing pitch.
Okay, this one is called Solely Organic Mango Oranges Fruit Gummies. No sugar added, no artificial sweeteners.
That's the perfect thing to have after chocolate and peanut butter.
Okay. And I got a scissor so I can be demure. What's the term? Demure.
Mindful and demure.
I want to be mindful and demure. Okay. So you get your own little baggie.
Thank you.
See, I'm nice.
You're nice. I'm going to put this in my lunch
Because I had chocolate, but it's okay. We won't talk about that.
I'm the only shaman that shows up at my sacred plant medicine journeys with little mango gummies.
Okay. Oh, Erica, we're leaving you out.
Yeah, guys, I'm really left out right now.
How are we
And
gonna
Alex
do this?
wants some too.
Let me throw it. Let me throw it at you guys.
Please.
Let me see my skill.
Don't hit the light of the camera.
Oh my God. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Confidently.
Oh.
Damn, you almost knocked over her microphone.
You do directly.
She literally hit the microphone.
Oh my God. Okay.
Confidently.
Okay, wait. Confidently.
Focus on me.
Like this is a softball game right now. Okay, hold on.
We did not.
Okay, ready? 1, 2.
Why are you throwing it so hard?
Because I'm thinking baseball. I'm thinking baseball.
That's good, but
You want another one?
yeah, why? That's what I wanted the whole time.
Oh, you want Justin?
Yeah.
That reminds me of the podcast
They
you were
do
just
look like
on.
cat treats. See, she ruined it for me now.
Oh no.
You ruined it for me.
Aim
Okay.
this way. Yes.
All right.
Whoa.
That was a pure catch right there.
You know those were 2 good throws right there, right? I redeemed myself. Riz, can you please explain why everyone here at our party needs to understand the importance of heroes? Because last night, how deep we went into the life of Macho Man and the
Randy Savage, yeah.
Randy Savage and the
For
documentary.
me, yeah, well, for me, my heroes were WWF wrestlers.
Did you just say my? Our.
Yeah, you also had wrestlers were your heroes.
We were obsessed.
Mm-hmm. It was people that were larger than life, fully expressed, fully out, and doing their thing, and didn't care what other people were thinking. And for me, those are my idols. Those and are entertaining and have a positive vibe to them. If they have a negative vibe to them, for me, I'm not. They're definitely not my heroes. But I'm talking about because there's a lot of people who are loud.
Right.
WWF wrestlers. Back in the day, like television. I mean, it was all celebrities. Really, for me, it was. Even though one would think, well, people always ask me, who were your favorite gurus growing up? And I'm
My favorite guru is John Ritter.
and John Ritter from Three's Company was such a guru. Seems such a nice, peaceful,
Virgo.
funny, loving guy
My
in
nose
his
is running,
character.
you
And he
guys.
was that way in real life too, people said. You guys like Three's Company? What a great show.
Yep.
Over the years, I have gotten messages from certain celebrities in channeling sessions, and people
Robin
are
Williams,
surprised
to be-
sometimes
for
when
an
they say,
example.
how could you get a message from us? They believe everything, spirit guides. No, I don't like those ones.
More for me.
More for you. Spirit guides aren't just archangels, guys. People feel like if the person died a long, long time ago and they were famous, then they'll accept that. That's easier to understand. But if I say, oh, well, actually, Tupac is around you, or Pee Wee Herman's around you, Paul Rubens is around you, or Prince is around you, like someone who was watching recently, that feels for them nice, but they kind of feel like, no, that possibly can't be true. Well, it be true, because there's no such thing as time in reality. This is all just created, linear time. So these are souls who came to the planet, and they were pretty much influencing, guiding people while they were here. They were spirit guides while they were alive. Why wouldn't they be actually in official capacity a spirit guide on the other side? That clearly they would be. So sometimes people are shaky on believing that.
People think our gurus should be Krishnamurti and Deepak Chopra and all these other teachers.
I like them all, but they weren't my heroes.
They didn't do it for us because they gave us the information, but we didn't want to be like them, and we didn't want to.
My heroes were the ones that excited me.
We like fun and exciting
vitality.
things.
Who inspired me to feel alive and vital.
Yeah.
I respect the ones that helped me to figure out life through spiritual teachings. But when we use the word heroes, I have to feel like there's something really big happening and super happening, like superheroes, things that brought me into myself.
The Philippines is in the house.
Let's hear some of the cities people are watching from.
Well, they have not told us except for that one.
You know, it was very
Because we
exciting
would
when
have to
you
ask.
Started talking about like known public figures that you've channeled, because someone asked in the chat, do you what it was like for you when you first met Riz and he was channeling like historical figures like that, like Bruce Lee, and how that felt for
Bruce
you?
Lee, Thomas Jefferson, Tesla.
But
I
you
would
know,
like to take the time to answer that question. What was it like for me when I first started hear or beep in the presence of Riz channeling a famous person or a spirit guide? Well, I had listened to him channel well-known guides in front of big public audiences for a long time. And I was very moved and emotional. And it was a really big deal because of what I was seeing was like an actual miracle happening. And it was just amazing. But the one that, and since then he's blown my mind many times over, but the first time that he really, I think the cells of my body got rearranged. We were in India and we were celebrating Holi, and we were drinking the pung.
Mm-hmm. All the Indian people right now are going, oh yeah, they know what's coming.
And so if you give pung, which is like, what would be a translation for that? What type of drink that is?
Well, let's say it's a very friendly, natural, changes your perspective, helps you see deeper, gift from nature.
So if you give that type of drink to a trance channel who's very open, so a lot of guides can come through really fast. And that's what happened that day. Mm-hmm. But one in particular came through, and I think my soul left my body, honestly, but it was Bob Marley. I mean, I was never the same after that, honestly. And, you know, I don't know why, because there's been such historic figures and such amazing people and guides that he has channeled over the years. But that particular one, I don't know if it's because I was a skater in high school and I listened to reggae, and I was always like, I don't know, I was into the vibe of Bob Marley at all times. And I was just really, I don't know what it was, but it was the way he was talking. It was like he was in the room. And I didn't know it was him at first because he didn't come in and announce himself like, hey, I'm Bob Marley. You know, it was kind of like he just started talking. And then he referenced like slightly that I had I heard the accent and I started to understand who was talking and the way he was speaking, the eloquence, you know, that the guides speak from. And I just remembered feeling like not worthy to be in the room. Like I was like, I can't even really look at Riz's face right now. Like my head was down in reverence. Like, and I don't know, you know, I have reverence for all the guys, but for some particular reason, that guide, like to talk to Bob Marley, like that was altering. I was never the same after that. And I knew you were going to like the pirate booty. And that's why I got it for you. So yeah, thank you for asking. We love when you guys ask personal questions for us. That's really fun. This is a time and place where we hang out with you guys. We do really serious stuff all week long as shamans, helping people all week with very heavy duty lifting and helping them connect dots. And then we do the psychic trance channeling, and then we do the talks. And it's like, this is where we chill with you guys. We chill with you guys. Sunday night, and you got the whole week ahead of you. We set you up for your week. You get to chill and have fun. Chill and relax and have fun. Yes. Okay. So, do you have any spirit shout-outs, my dear? See if anybody's around. What do we have? Yeah. So the first thing I want to say is the name Ty, T-Y. I feel like there's a person coming through, guys, and they're saying the name. To me, that's the name, Ty, T-Y, which could be Tyler, or I don't know what else Ty, T-Y could be short for. So either that's somebody who's still here, whom they left behind, or that's this person's name. So let me know if that person belongs to you. There's also someone who's watching now that paints in watercolor, or used to paint watercolor paintings. And I'm talking about you, the view. I'm not talking about someone on the other side right now. I'm saying you do this, or you used to do this, and that was the medium. I'm not talking about oil paint, and I'm not talking about acrylic. I'm not talking about illustration. I am saying a very specific thing. If that's you, type it in the comment box. And the last thing, yes. Okay. So there's another person who crossed over, and either they used to love going to Puerto Rico, or they actually died in Puerto Rico. It has something to do with when they took a trip right before they passed away, or they took a trip or they moved there and then they passed away. And that person belongs to you, and they're coming through. Thank you. Okay.
You ready for a spirit shout out?
Oh, already?
Sorry, I said the wrong thing. Super chat.
Yes, I am.
Lines got across.
Okay.
Cat. I've been going through lots of life changes that don't feel good. Bad breakup, separation, a new job. I hate letting go. Are these changes being forced because they're needed and I won't do it, but I'm being guided by the universe?
Thank you for saying that. You did half the work for me, but I wanted, sometimes the message is about confirmation and bringing you a different kind of articulation and insight into what's going on. Number one, you said a key phrase here, and it was called letting go. Letting go, there's an old saying called let go and let God. Well, I wouldn't necessarily do that with the steering wheel of life, but I would loosen my grip where I maybe have been holding on, right? Maybe you've been squeezing that steering wheel of life really hard while you're driving through life, navigating, and pressing your face against the windshield. Imagine a person driving like that. It's not a very good way to drive. In fact, it prevents them from being flexible and looking to the left or the right, relaxing into their being and being able to have a better response time to if a car comes in front of them. So basically calming your nervous system. The reason why you have the freak out is because there's a version of you who has brought you, Kat, to this point. She has run all these laps around the track. Imagine this version of you, Kat, that's been running around this track in the Olympics, and it's a relay race. And there's a new version of you, Kat 2.0, who is waiting for that baton to be passed to her because she's got
all of this bright energy waiting to have the version of you that needs to win the race. But this version of you that had to do all this really strong leg work, she's exhausted. Now imagine her turning the corner. She's got her hair's messed up, snot's coming out of her nose, she's sweating, she's crying, maybe she puked, her body is breaking, and she's just reaching this baton towards you. I want you to imagine in your mind, Kat, that you're like bouncing. You're like, you know how the runner who's ready to get the baton, they're usually like this, like, come on, they're reaching, they're extending their arm. That's the future you, right? That's the version that's coming. And this other version who's exhausted is reaching that baton, and she's probably going to fall. But you have to make that eye contact with her that says psychically, thank you, I got it from here, I love you, bless you. You cannot stay there and like mourn her, because she's going to just disappear into the light, which is what she's supposed to do. The moment that baton touches your hand, you have no time to pause. Not because you're desperate, but because you're in it to win it, right? So you turn and you just start running, and you fully commit yourself to this new version of yourself that is coming forward. If you keep going back to her, you're not going to get there. And so this is a great leap of consciousness that you're taking. And in the family, we've been talking about this lately, which was called timeline jumping, which really has to do with you've let something go, coming back to your letting go. So 100%, as far as spirit guides go, I see Uriel working with you, Uriel. That's the archangel's name who's working with you. And by the way, when I connect to Uriel comes through as a feminine energy, not the typical male energy. So I see Uriel as a female energy. Anyway, what she's saying is like, imagine, let that song finish so that the new song can come. The new banger, right? The new hit song, which has got the great rhythm and the great beat and the great vibe and the great hook. And that's Cat number 2. And you go forward. Yes. Okay.
Can I make some noise?
Yeah.
Make some noise.
Make some noise.
Make some noise.
Okay.
So I've got
Party people in the house.
Spirit chat out.
Psychic people in the house.
Okay, so 2 possible people for Puerto Rico. Could be Teresa or Idly.
Idly.
Okay, so my uncle came to visit me here in Connecticut, but ended up passing away not too long after that in Puerto Rico. His name is Jay.
That's it.
Died last year.
Thank you. It's recent, so thank you. Idly.
Yeah.
Idly. How do you spell that?
Aialee.
Oh. Idly. Might be idly. So, Italy, sorry for your loss. Your loss, heaven's gain. But also your gain, because your uncle, I believe that you were one of the last people that he was supposed to see and connect with because of your goodness, because of your openness. And yes, you should accept that as that is who you are. But anyway, he just take it as he came through him to say and let you know, because obviously he knows you're watching. But this is what it was. It was that he was just showing me this trip. I kept seeing this arrow going back between wherever this destination was in Puerto Rico, and then dying right after. And that was recent. So see this as a confirmation that he's fine and well and sending love and blessings to the family. And somebody's going to be having a baby. Somebody's going to be having a baby, or just found out, or just about to find out that they're going to be having a baby. You might have heard it here first on the Psychic Pizza Party. Okay.
So Abby asked me a question about what was it like when I first heard you channeling for the first time, and did I believe it?
Well,
really
you
good
believe
question.
the messages you got.
Thank you for answering for me, but I'm going to answer. Okay, so here's what happened.
She gets so offended so easily.
Yeah, because I need to speak. Okay, so here's some fruit rolls.
This is how we feed the children.
Yeah.
Eat your food, kids.
Please.
Did you get this one? Is it the one with the bear?
You love to throw it at my mic.
Okay, so here's what happened, you guys. I was working in a corporate position. I was working in business consulting, blah, blah, blah. Not psychic, not intuitive, not anything. I was just very, whatever is in front of me, that's what I believed, very materialist views. And I went to go see Riz Channel upon his invitation when we met. And I went and sat in the back of the room, and I had my notepad and I had my little business suit, and I was going to take notes on what type of work he's doing so I can maybe help him, whatever. And I was just very fascinated because I had done, I don't know if you guys are familiar with landmark education, but from 2003 to like, oh my goodness, 7 years, I did landmark education. And that's the study of ontology, and it's really studying the art of listening and communication, blah, blah, blah. It goes deep into like learning how to be with yourself and how to understand yourself as a creator, much more technical, not spiritual, not mystical at all. So I sat in this room, and I had not, because I was a single mom at this time, a recent divorcee, and I had 5 children, and I was supporting myself and my kids. And so at that time, I hadn't cried in 7 years. Okay. So I hadn't cried in 7 years. This is a big deal because I was worried about myself. Like I would actually tell myself, like, I tried to get myself to cry and I couldn't cry. And so it was really bad. Like this is like severe PTSD, like to the point where you can't even cry about your PTSD. I was shut down completely. And so he starts channeling, and of course he channels Merlin of all people, which to me at the time would be the worst person to possibly channel to me, because I would not believe it at all in any dimension that it was Merlin.
You'd believe an archangel before you believe
Yes, or Red Eagle or somebody I can reference, but not Merlin.
Right.
Okay, so the room was about 20 people, 25 people in this small art gallery, and he was doing kind of a favor for somebody.
Venice Beach,
California. And I didn't know anybody there, and we were all sitting around, and I was sitting next to a woman who turns out was his good friend, which turns out helped him even make the decision to even marry me down the road.
True.
And turns out her brother, I think his name was Steve, crossed over the same time my father, Steve, crossed over on the same day.
No. He crossed over the same day as my brother.
Oh, but he was...
Her brother crossed the same day.
But his name was Steve.
But his name was Steve, which is your dad's name.
Okay, so there was some correlations and some synchronicities. Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, so I didn't know any of this, so I'm watching the way Riz is channeling, and I've never seen channeling before, and I've been in so many rooms, so many conferences, so many expos, so many business conferences, so many training camps, so many expert international speakers that fly in to teach these business consulting companies, and I would sit there. It was just very grayscale, very dry, right? But I was very used to being in environments where people have to deal with themselves and come up with solutions and whatnot. So I've seen it all basically in these rooms. And I had never experienced anything like this. And keep in mind, I was even a Christian from born into Christianity till I was about 23. So I was even familiar with that kind of environment. And so here I am sitting in this circle of light, and I see Merlin going to each person in the room. And what he was saying to them was so bizarre to me, because he was just telling them things like, and for instance, he told this one woman, I see that you're with child. And she hadn't told anybody but her husband, who was there. She was 3 months along. She told me after, which freaked me out. I was great. And he gave messages from crossed family members, and he gave these very soulful messages that I had never quite heard language posed in that way. And I started to see the reactions people were having, and it was so much more innocent, and there was so much raw emotion. So people would like really cry and like get emotional. And I was like, well, it's not going to happen to me, but it's good for them. And I was like, wow, I've never seen people so reactionary and so intimately like there's a lot of reverence here. Like I've never really seen that before. I've usually, everybody's so stoic in business settings, you know? And so we get to me, and I didn't know what to expect, of course. And he starts saying, there's some people here for you. I was going to ask you some questions, and so, or give you some messages. And so he gave a message from my grandfather who's crossed, who was very dear to me, my father who crossed, who was also a very important person in my life, more than my mother. Actually, I was closer to him. gave specific messages. He talked about my red wagon, my little red rider,
Oh, that's
red
right.
wagon, which was my
prized
best friend
possession. Mhm.
because I was an only child. And I used to talk to the red wagon, who used to be my friend and my best friend, because she used to carry all my toys and my rocks. And I used to make pools of water and oceans and Barbie pools. And I used to do everything with this red wagon. And it was like alive. And it was my spirit friend. It was like I made this red wagon come to life. I could cry about how much this wagon meant to me. And he said, the red wagon. And I was like, oh my God, how did you know that? Then he went into, and the black lab, there's a black dog here, which was my childhood dog that I grew up with, my black lab that was like my other soul friend. And by the time they kept going, and I started crying for the first time in 7 years. And once I started, I could not stop. And it just kept coming and coming. And I just was crying and crying because I was crying and crying because of the message. And I was a mess. I was shaking. And everybody around me just totally understood. And they were just like comforting me and just being there for me. And I had never seen anything like this before. I had never seen reactions like this. And I immediately was like, well, I definitely need to be a part of this. So I need to figure what's going on here. I need to understand more. And so I became a very devoted student. But at the time I started working with Riz also. And this is how our friendship blossomed. And then eventually we turned into a couple. And then a year and a half later, we got married. And it was one of the most beautiful proposals. I mean, I'm biased, I know, but it was so beautiful. Can I tell them?
Another time.
See, isn't that
Part 2.
isn't that sad? Ew.
Gotta make a part 2.
Ew.
Do it a part 2.
Okay. Another time. But anyway, so that is what happened when I saw Riz channel for the first time. And Abby asked the question. I didn't just want to text it because it was such a profound moment. And I don't get a chance to really tell that story very often.
And you know that somewhere, that person who owns that art gallery, somewhere buried, they have a videotape of it.
Yeah.
I tried to get it.
Yeah.
But they moved, and then they were like, we have it in storage. And
I know. But
any more
anyway,
spirit shout-outs?
if you ever get a chance to see Riz channel in person, you guys, it's absolutely worth it. You should absolutely find a way.
I might be, we haven't solidified it yet, but I might be at the channel panel in West Virginia in November with Bashar and Wendy Kennedy and myself and Rob Gauthier. So we may be all channeling together for that weekend.
So if you guys want to see him, if you're on the East Coast, we'll give you more information, but
It'll be November. I think it's the 15th and 16th. Looks like it's
thank
gonna
you for
happen.
listening, guys, to my story.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Yes, E. You
Spirit shout out.
Spirit shout out.
Okay, so for the watercolors, it could be either Nathan or it could be Steph.
It's Nathan.
Okay, so this is from Nathan. I used to paint with watercolor first. Now I paint with acrylic. I was painting today.
Yep. The key phrase was used to paint with watercolor. So Nathan, keep going. This is your opportunity, as art is an opportunity for you to discover yourself, expand yourself, express yourself, and allow yourself to go further. But I do think I'm feeling like your future work, which will really bring out something in you, will be more mixed media. Mixed media. The message that I have for you is to not have any rules, to really let it go, Nathan, to really let it go. What would you paint if you only had one more week on the planet? You had to paint some things and you had to leave it behind. What would you paint? I want you to paint with that kind of urgency. It's for you, right? It's something that you're going to get to enjoy and feel within yourself, this sense of expansion, okay?
We have a super chat
Yes.
from Shatanya,
Okay.
who, just a little context, she has the,
Oh, wow.
who are my spirit guides and are
Thank you, Shatanya. And Make sure you're doing your guided healing meditations after, since you're recovering from surgery. You can find some great ones. I love to recommend Jason Stevenson on YouTube. They're free. Go to his channel and find the ones that are about self-healing, where you just surround your body with light and go in, and in a sense, you're recalibrating and advancing your own healing process through guided meditation before you go to bed. Number one. So that being said, the beings that are around you are the Lyrans, Lyrans. Look them up. The Lyrans. They are. Some people feel like the word lions is connected to Lyrans, or because they look like lion beings. Anytime that I've seen them in my vision, they do look like lion beings that stand up. And I actually put them in my I keep calling it a tarot deck, my oracle deck. But the message that they bring forth is about what are the attributes of the lion. It is about the great big heart, the strong spine, and helping and protecting others while they express themselves. So that would be the message there. Also, I want to say to you, when I was giving you the message about the meditations, I kept seeing that you need to pay particular attention to your feet. Yes, I'm sure the surgery probably wasn't on your feet, but they're showing me on the feet, probably because all the nerve endings, your organs and everything go at the bottom of your feet, which is why our feet are so ticklish, because all of those meridians travel up through the body. Pay attention to surrounding them with light. If you can massage your own feet every single day, even for 5 or 10 minutes, do it. This is going to advance your healing process. And it's interesting, your guides are showing it to me like paws. They're like, tell her to work on her paws. And I'm like, well, we have feet, not, they know that, but it's a joke to make you laugh. One more thing. Another guide who's working with you is Diana. She's the archer. She's working on actually your clarity of vision. And I think she actually even means your physical eyesight, not just your inner vision, but your outer vision as well, so that you are more aware of your surroundings. You're a better navigator physically. You walk and you're more aware of everything around you. Nothing clumsy, nothing falling over, nothing knocking into anything. You'll be a better driver. No accidents. You'll see everything around you in your periphery. So just call on them when you do your meditations. Okay.
Somebody said they like the blue mouse on your knee. Would you like to introduce your mouse?
Who knows his name?
She thinks it's a random
It's not.
blue mouse.
This is the star of the film Ratatouille.
I remember.
Okay, what's his name?
Remy.
Yes, Remy. You got it. Point for you, Erica.
Yeah.
You get a Rice Krispie.
Yes. Whoa.
Oh!
Oh, my life.
Okay, let me try it again. Okay, hold on. Okay,
Oh,
wait.
finally one.
Okay, wait. I can do it.
Okay.
You got it.
Oh! It's because you're short. I couldn't catch it when I was throwing it.
Let's throw one to everybody out there. Ready? Catch. Open your hands. Here it comes. If you
Rice
catch it.
Krispie. This is
Ready? Watch. It's going to be like it's. No, if I hit the camera, it's going to be messed up. Okay. Let's go to the next person.
Crispy squares.
Oh my
Sorry.
God, I love Rice Krispies.
Had to come
Who
out.
makes the best Rice Krispies? Because there's people who will say that they take the title, but
There's nothing better than the homemade Rice Krispie.
you make good Rice Krispies? These are good.
I do have
my
a.
God.
Makes Rice Krispies for us sometime.
I do
Feel
have.
very
Okay.
authentic, like somebody makes. What?
I do have a spirit shout out,
Where's the bell?
which is interesting. So I have a spirit shout out
Yeah.
from the other side, which is someone is. It's funny because we're talking about snacks, but the person on the other side is like getting in on the fun. This is how it happens at our sessions, at our Sunday seances. So there's someone here related to you. It definitely feels related, and they're talking about marble cake. Do you guys remember marble
Oh
cake?
my God.
I have not even thought of marble cake. That's what they used to eat. If that person is connected to you, or you're eating that right now, I don't know. Where would you even get marble cake now?
I might have to make.
You might have to make some. Okay, let's continue. Okay, one more name. The name Luisa I need to talk about. Luisa. Thank you. If that name Luisa is connected to you, let us know.
Are you ready for a question?
I sure am.
Okay, so this is from Bal Singh.
Mm-hmm.
They would like to know, what is the next steps for me? They're going through a lot. I'm in the middle of a divorce. Lots of things have happened, but I think it all happened for me.
Of course.
But right now, everything seems to be at a standstill, and I want to connect to higher energy.
Thank you. Number one thing that I'm feeling is the emotional upset. I feel the anger from the others from that side, Bal, in this partnership separating. My question to you is, if you're able to live somewhere else, meaning not in that area, could you? Sometimes you can't because there's other people involved and you just can't do it. But I do feel that when I look at your long-term future, I don't see it where you are physically right now. Also, if his specific question was what?
They wanted to connect because they're going through a lot with
Yeah.
their divorce.
Yeah. I have to say that this is something that you're going to use the language that you can to keep making peace and keep making peace and keep making peace. But I feel that this is going to take a good 3 to 5 years for not for the process of the divorce, but for the emotional stuff to just die down. And if you look at it as, okay, this comes with the territory, you're kind of looking at it head on because it feels so intense right now, Bal. But I would say pull back your lens and say, understand that over time this will resolve itself emotionally. I just feel the high intensity of the emotions here. And it's very important that you are physically taking care of yourself to relieve this stress. This could be wherever you are, wake up in the morning and go for a walk and then do it again in the afternoon. I feel like you need to get the steam out of your system because it's building up and you don't know what to do with it. So it's frying your nerves. It's going to mess with your sleep. It's going to mess with your actual health. So the walks are going to be great for you. If you happen to be in a place where there's water near you, please get to that water. There's also, by the way, someone here on the other side, Bal, around you, and this feels like the sibling of one of your parents. It's not a parent, it's the sibling of one of your parents. I'm curious, did you lose an uncle? Because there's somebody here that's coming through, and that's the connection relation-wise. And there's just kind of like supporting you in this. Also, do you have a daughter? Because they're showing a younger female energy around you. Okay.
So you have a lot of crumbs on your shirt.
I do?
Yes. And also,
Let's talk about my shirt for a second, since you're bringing up crumbs on my shirt. I got this shirt today. It's called the Horror Bodega.
Yes.
So you know what a bodega is, right? If you're from a city like New York, you definitely would know what a bodega is. So this is called a Horror Bodega. And our friend Eric, who owns the most amazing shop in Burbank, California, called the Mystic Museum. They have all things related to horror and paranormal and just the whole thing. And a super fun store. We're actually going to do a special on the Mystic Museum.
Right.
And it's going to be at the halfway Halloween celebration. We're going to have, oops, I let it out of the bag. We're doing a halfway to Halloween celebration, which will be at the very end of April.
You guys didn't know that.
I didn't even know that.
You didn't even know that.
What?
So we're going to give them a tour of the Mystic Museum and the Horror Bodega. Let me tell you what they sell in the Horror Bodega. At the Horror Bodega, it is a bodega, except everything is related to Halloween, scary things, and the paranormal. All the soda, all the snacks. You can buy Count Chocula there. It was so fun, and we went there today, and I got the shirt. So I said, I'm going to wear it.
Well, speaking of, I'm going to tie in Abby's question to what you just said. So perfect segue. So she asked how to protect your energy as an empath. So it's actually not protection that you're going to be doing. You're just going to be learning how to manage your sensitivities, and you're going to do a lot of belief system work. You're going to do a lot of environmental changes, but it's truly about understanding yourself. So it's a journey and it's a lifelong practice, and you have to learn step by step how to do it. So it's not something that I can cover right now, all in one shot. But I want to tell you a story of something that happened today when we were here on Magnolia and we were in Burbank and we were enjoying ourselves. And we went into a store. It was a small coffee shop.
Oh.
Now, in this coffee shop, there was a bunch of things that were going wrong. It's very cute and very sweet and quaint. However, the way the front door opens, it opens wrong. It like opens on the inside. The line of people that stand in front of the counter backs into the entrance, and then the rest of the cafe is in the back. So to get to the cafe in the back, you have to say, excuse me, a million times and get through a crowd of people to get to the back. And then there's like it's a small little walkway to stand. And then there's like shelves where you buy products, but you can't really go to the products because there's people standing there. And then on top of that, behind the counter are the people that work there, and they're always grouchy. Always grouchy. Every time we go in there.
And they make the most magical coffees.
Magical coffees.
They called unicorn
glitter and all sorts of things.
Right, glitter.
And
the
being
morning people aren't grouchy.
the morning people are good.
Sometimes I go there in the morning.
The afternoon people.
It's later in the day.
So what happened to me when I got in there is I started dropping everything, crashing into everything, almost knocked Riz out with the front door. I almost in his face.
You knocked the markers off the wall where you're supposed to leave happy notes.
The whole entire container of markers made a giant crash, and everyone turned and looked, and tons of markers fell everywhere, thanks to me.
I picked them up.
And my cell phone flew out of my hands randomly, landed on the floor. This all happened very quickly, so it looked like I was a giant mess. Oh my God. And I was like, look, I move my body around a lot. I know that. And I'm just like, maybe I just don't know how to hold myself in a small space, blah, blah, blah. But I know better. So I was in other stores that were just as tiny and was doing fine prior to that. So I went, I'm suspicious. Let me look into this. And sure enough, I looked into it and I went, oh, I see what's going on. So I don't like the energy of what's happening in this cafe. I could feel what's happening behind the counter. I could see where they're coming from, and they're not very welcoming, and they're not very happy that I'm there, and they're not happy anybody's there. They're just wanting to get their shift over, and you could feel it.
Can I tell you a side note while you're doing that?
Yes.
So I paid for the coffees, and they're like, one might think they're expensive coffees. Of course, you're going to a fancy shop. It's going to be expensive.
Right.
The tip was so outrageous. It was as if they were serving you at a table. It's just one of my pet peeves I want to say out loud. And listen, my first job was at Burger King as a kid, okay? So I understand about making very little money.
Yes.
But I just have this rule now. I do it kind of like if I'm in the mood, I'll tip. But the fact that they're not even saying thank you and they know that you tip them. And why am I even tipping you? Isn't it just your regular job to make the coffee? That's your job. Make the coffee. The tip is for something extra that you get. I'm not getting a smile. I'm not getting like, oh, hey, nice Har Bodega shirt. Like, not even that. So I'm just a little done with it all. And
so like Riz likes to do, punish everybody.
That's not true. In fact, I give tips. Sometimes I'll just give a tip because I feel like.
So it's just this one particular place.
It's just, on top of everything.
But don't take my story. So let me finish. So then what happened was I realized, this is for Abby. So I realized what was happening was my nervous energy was causing me to have all the fumbles and the missteps and the phone falling and everything happening because I was distracted and I couldn't focus because I kept feeling what was happening in this shop. I could feel like, you could even feel like from the manager down, if it's a healthy work environment, you can feel it in the air. An empath can definitely feel that, and it could throw you off. So it's not about protecting my energy. I don't have to protect my energy. I have to understand it. So in situations like this, either if I want to go back in the store because they have really good coffee, I have to kind of suck it up and just know that I'm going into kind of a pirate situation. Fine. I just know what I'm getting myself into, or I just don't go. So you see the wording when you say protect your energy field or protect yourself, you can change that language. You are not actually protecting yourself. You're actually just aware of yourself, and you're aware of what's happening around you with no judgment. It's just strictly, you could feel if it feels welcoming or not, or healthy or not, or balanced or not, or if something's off. And then you just make assessments for that of whether or not you want to be around that anymore and how to be around that if you have to. That's basically the fundamentals of being an empath. You can't judge it.
It's hard, right? Because
immediately you want to say like they're wrong and bad for being that way, but then you realize that It is what it is.
There's like people who get mad at the whole tipping thing. Can you
Like
believe
some
these
people like to drink beer and some people don't. It doesn't mean beer is bad necessarily. It's just a taste. And some people don't care. They go into that store. They don't care if they're crammed in there. They don't care if the people are grouchy. They just want the coffee. They don't listen or pay attention to anything. But if you're really a highly sensitive individual like us or an empath, those things bother you. And so then you just kind of find another way to feel good.
Almost choked. No worries. Don't worry.
Okay.
Just going to
I wanted to
die live
first
on Psychic
acknowledge
Sundays.
The questions that are coming in, I'm
What a
reading
way to
some of the
go.
questions that are coming in, and I just appreciate it because they're very deep questions. There's some very serious questions in the chat. Although we're having a good time, we do read your questions. We see what you're saying. This is really life changing stuff that you're asking us, and we really respect that and appreciate it. And we're doing our best to give you a connected answer. All right, so you want to move on?
Possible spirit shout.
Possible spirit shout out. Let's hear it.
Possible.
So you had said Louisa.
Yes.
Okay, so Carla
Mhm.
had earlier asked for a message before you said that from my grandmother Maria Luisa.
There she is. What?
And she passed 17 years ago, and she said I keep dreaming about her. And she asked us like way at the beginning.
Carla, can you believe this? It's almost like this is some kind of like, I don't know, psychic show,
Oh my god,
right? It's almost like it's like a psychic show
so weird.
besides snacks.
I thought this was a show about snacks.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, the show is not about snacks. And by the way, it's called Psychic Pizza Party, but it doesn't mean I have to have pizza every single time. You trying to
People
kill
asked
me?
about that. They did. They
You do-
actually asked where's the pizza.
Well, we can order some.
You guys, we can't have pizza every week. But we could. We could still call it pizza party and still have a ton of snacks. What do you want to order a pizza now?
No, but I just thought of something really cool. Are you ready? This is a freaking cool idea. I say, as part of a special thing, that we are going to send a pizza to one of you,
Oh.
and you are going to privately email Erica your address. Not
Wait,
tonight.
back up. I missed something very special right now. Say it again.
So what we're going to do in the next episode, and we're going to base this on, I don't know what, but somebody's going to get a pizza sent to their house
Why can't we do it this
from
episode?
us on Uber Eats.
Why can't we do it this episode?
We can do it this episode. In fact, I'm going to do it for Carla.
Oh.
So Carla, put your email, Erica, put the email info@rizmirza, and Carla, Maria Luisa is about to send you a pizza because you've been dreaming about her.
And
And so you just, what
you
you're
have
going
to
to
tell
do
us
is you're
what
going
you
to,
want on it.
you're going to email Erica right now at info@rizmirza.com, and you're going to give her your address so we know where to send the pizza to on Uber Eats or Grubhub or whatever it is that you use. We have all those apps. And we're going to send you a pizza because you've been watching us, and it's our way of just saying, stay on your toes because you never know. We might send you a pizza. So go do that right now, Carla. Yes, the message from...
She said, really?
Yes, really. Just say the kind of pizza that you want. Doesn't matter what kind it is. Just say the kind of pizza that you want.
Erica, are you going to place the order? Or do you
If
want
there's
me
a
to do it? You should
particular-
do it.
Yeah, well, she's
You
on
could.
the East Coast with me. Open. 'Cause
Oh, she's on the East Coast.
I'm not sure where she lives, but I'll
Even
know
if-
when I get her address.
Even if it's on the
We'll
East
send it to
Coast,
her
we'll set the
tomorrow.
delivery for tomorrow,
Yeah.
and you'll get it tomorrow night. But we're gonna do it. If you're not on the East Coast, how cool is that? Because then she can send us a picture of the pizza. Okay.
Wait,
What?
she's Peruvian. Maybe a problem.
Why?
I think she might be in Peru.
She's in Peru.
Wait, hold on. Hold the phone. Carla, where
Well, let's see
are
what she
you?
says. Okay. So anyway, as she gives us that answer,
Yeah, she's in Peru.
she is.
She's in Peru.
Well, Carla,
Ay, Dios mío.
All right. Well,
she's like, I'm in Machu Picchu in the mountains of Peru.
I feel a little hard to get a pizza delivered.
She's like, excuse
Oh, by the way,
me?
I'm actually not on Earth. I'm in the 12th dimension, and I'm actually a spirit.
I'm actually in a UFO.
How about this? I'll send her. I'm still gonna send her a present. It's just not gonna be a.
You can't send a present to Peru.
Why can't I?
So we'll-
Because we don't know if it's going to reach her.
We don't know if it's going to reach her. No.
It'll
Does
reach
Amazon go, but certain areas and regions, do they all?
Hey, listen, there's a budget, okay? But I'm sending
Oh,
internationally to
please.
Peru.
Riz, how?
No, my friend. I had a friend that lived there that I went to school with. So you can.
She had a friend.
Okay, guess
was my
what?
best friend,
Guess what?
Katie.
Guess what?
Who has the same birthday as you? I'll call her right now.
Next week. Next week.
Erica has a whole list of
next
imaginary
week-
friends that have birthdays the same as you.
Next week,
Somebody's
we'll do
gonna
the
get a pizza.
And how we'll do it is we'll have to do it at the top of the hour, or how do we do it?
We're going to give away a
the
pizza
time
in the
zone?
first 15 minutes of the show. We're going to give away a pizza. And I'm going to come up with a way to do it, like who's going to get it, because it's not going to be, it's going to be kind of random. Or I'm just, you know what? It's going to be a psychic test. I'm going to give a psychic test
about if
in
there's
the first 15 minutes.
But what about if there's a lot of good answers or right answers?
Whatever answer first is the first right answer.
I'll just read them out as they come in.
Yeah, so you're going to better have your finger on the trigger next week. In the first
My
15.
finger's always on.
Yeah, so let's just say in the first half hour. Okay, the first half hour. We're gonna give
Remember,
away a
for those
pizza.
people who have all sorts of dietary restrictions, there is a pizza place that we know. I don't know if it's in your area, but we know there's some pizza places that offer cauliflower crust and vegan cheese,
Whatever you
and
want.
vegan pepperoni.
Yeah.
So not to worry. But
If
I don't
you
know if everybody
have it,
has that.
We'll send you a picture of it. Send you something.
Yeah, we will.
We'll figure
All
it
right,
out.
you like that? Let me know if you like that. How could you not like that?
Abby says she'll take a pizza. However, and she's
Mm-hmm.
on the East Coast, it might be closed by now, sister.
That's why we're going to do it. It'll be 9 p.m. where you guys are.
Somebody said Mystic Pizza. You guys
Mystic,
don't understand.
because we're the mystics.
Yes, but that's my first inspiration to become an actress when I was in my 20s, and I saw Julia Roberts in Mystic Pizza, and then we did the Paranormal Roadshow
And went to Mystic Pizza.
and went to Mystic Pizza and recorded the moment when I got to be in the real Mystic Pizza, and it was a whole moment, and you can watch it on Amazon. And oh my God, okay,
If you guys haven't known, we have a whole series on Amazon called Paranormal Road Trip. Type it into Amazon, Paranormal Road Trip, Riz and Lady O, and you can watch a 4-part series, and you'll see her eating Mystic Pizza. By the way, it is fire, Mystic Pizza. It was some of the best pizza I
the
ever
dough
had.
was so light and fluffy.
And you know,
I
I'm a
actually
New Yorker, and
was
if I'm telling
I
you it
was
was
actually able to
awesome,
do it,
it
yeah.
was awesome. All right. Let's continue with the questions.
The marble cake.
Yes.
Paul actually had marble cake his birthday, and his wife's birthday in a couple weeks also requested marble cake.
Wait,
That it's for you, Paul. Wow.
wait a minute. Did you just say marble cake on your own?
Yeah,
I missed it. There was a whole conversation about marble cake.
because I said it.
Because he said it.
Oh.
But that would have been really cool if it was the other way around.
Dang.
How many
Dang.
people believe that if Carla actually exists on Earth, or is she just like
Carla
she
sent a
is in
UFO.
Machu Picchu and she's a spirit from the Mayans, and she's just watching our show? She's one of our spirit
What
guides.
about if there's some spirit guides on the chat right now messing with us and pretending they're people and then just sending us like wild chats? Hey guys, don't get any
Oh,
ideas.
no, yeah.
Oh no, did I just?
Yeah.
Oh no. Erase everything I just. Okay,
Okay.
Riz, answer the questions.
All right, let's go. Was there a question?
Paul, yeah.
Oh, Paul. Okay. So I just want to say something. So the marble cake. So Red Eagle was hanging around me and was showing me this marble cake. I don't know if this is. I don't know. I don't believe it's from someone on the other side, because when Red Eagle comes through and he shows me that, it's very, and some shows me something fun like that. It's just about kind of like a nod and a wink from the universe. And I think you said, and your wife's birthday is coming up,
Yeah,
and she
yeah.
requested marble cake.
Yeah.
Well, you know, those are the things that you have connections with. Those are the things that they're nice things that you can acknowledge and say, you know, that's a nice thing. We both like this flavor, and we both like the way that it looks, and there is, you know, honoring the little things in life. And I know relationships are complicated and can be complex and all those things in the world, but it's always about the little gratitude for the little things. Okay. And it's just a message from Red Eagle to be grateful for the little things and enjoy them. Not grateful like, oh my God, so thank you for this marble cake. No, that's very weak and kind of, it doesn't have vitality. And appreciation is different than gratitude. I like gratitude, but
Do people know how to appreciate? They
well,
do.
you have to have gratitude, then you can appreciate. I think
You
appreciation.
know what happens when a life that goes so fast and you're moving so quick? It's hard to appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah. So I tell people, don't just practice gratitude, practice appreciation as well. Appreciation shows a forward moving energy. That's why we give gifts in return. I just want to show you how much I appreciated. Here you go. I'm sending you a pizza, whatever. Okay. So good. You know, I used to have a tradition that I did for probably 10 years. I don't even know if you know this. So either the day before my birthday or sometimes even on my birthday, I would donate blood in New York.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. I did that probably from the age of 22 to 30. I did that. And it was just something that I felt. It was
Yeah.
authentic to it. And then
I like
afterwards,
that.
I was like, okay, no, I'm good. That was the thing. I'm going to do something new. All right.
Okay. I'm going to.
Please.
There is Patricia,
Mhm.
Jennifer,
Mhm.
John.
John.
Okay, so John says, how do I tell the difference between my guides, my heart, and like my mental voice?
My mental voice. I understand the first two, meaning my own thoughts and my higher self.
Yeah.
My heart would be that as well. Well, my heart would be the more of the, when someone says, just follow your heart. This is going to be a good discussion. I'll try to make it a little more compact. And I'm going to start off with this one thing called when people say, trust your gut. And I'm probably, and Araya also, we're the only people out there who tell people don't trust your gut.
Trust
Why?
your intuition.
Well, let's not even go there yet, because
Right.
trusting your gut is where people go, I should have trusted my gut. Yeah, but your gut is not always right. Your gut is an instinct that is programmed through some experiences. I can just tell you, let's say that you were attacked by a particular dog, many, many years ago. And now you see a dog years later, and just the thought of it, you feel in your gut cross the street. Oh my God, I better cross the street. But you'd be incorrect, because the dog might be very peaceful. Speaking of animals, people say, what about the animal instinct? Isn't that always correct? Absolutely not. Is the animal instinct always correct? Just go and try to bring in a stray animal from the street. They're going to think you're trying to harm it. And all their instincts are saying, this person is trying to harm me, and they will scratch you or bite you or run. Or a skunk might spray you because their gut is telling you, their animal instinct is telling them that you're a threat, when meanwhile you're actually trying to help them. So the gut is programmable, but it's reprogrammable. And what we're trying to do when we go, okay, what's in my head? You said my mental voice, and then you said my heart. Well, there's something in between. It's your third eye. It's your intuition. So it's not your heart. It's not your head. It's here. It's your third eye. And that means you go, well, oh, okay, well, but how do I access that? I'll tell you something. This does not act from any judgments or opinions about situations. When you train your third eye, it's that you have defused and disarmed all of your emotions about something, the past history and the references you have to that event, and you start to see things as energy. Let's just say something as simple as, I had a terrible day at work today, and my boss was an asshole, and they fired me, and I'm so mad about it. And what do I do? Should I take it out on them? Should I go and fight? Should I file a complaint? Should I trash the office? You know how people think, right? They're so upset at the moment. I would say that's your head or your heart talking. Your third eye would say, why did I create this? Your third eye will always say, why did my future self create this present situation? Number one rule is it's always for you. Number two is the more detailed work is just, I have to learn that I can trust the flow of the universe. And actually, I didn't want to stay at this job forever. Actually, I have bigger dreams. And I was going to leave anyway. Anytime people tell me they get fired, I say, congratulations. They knew you didn't belong there more than you did. They believe that you belong somewhere else more than you even believe you belong somewhere else. Did you want to die the rest of your life working at that job? They go, no, hell no, I didn't want to do that. And I go, okay, so they're moving you along when you wouldn't. You were waiting for a better job to show up with more money, and then you were going to stroll into that office and be like, okay, I'm out. So you're only upset because it wasn't on your terms. You're not upset because the job is no longer. I've been through it. Everybody's been through it. Okay? That's why I became my own boss. So that's how you access that point of yourself, is removing those judgments, John. Was there another question that was part of that I missed? Was there a part 2 to that question? Okay. Yeah. This way, accessing your third eye isn't about doing ohms and going to a psychic teacher and saying, show me how to be more psychic so I can open my third eye. That's not where your third eye opens in psychic meditations. If that was the case, a lot of people would be doing it. Opening your third eye is about removing your judgments and your preconceived notions about the past, present, and the future. Good luck with that. That's going to take you a long time, but the universe flows with you. Take one step towards that understanding, and the universe takes 2 steps towards you.
What's that?
There's a spiritual lesson right there. You want the chocolate? Open the wrapper.
Ooh, you want chocolate?
Open the wrapper. Okay.
ASMR.
Very soothing to me, actually.
Oh, I have a name. Spirit shout. Yeah, it's Riz. No, I have a name coming through. And the name is Alfie. Alfie. Who's Alfie?
Who wants chocolate?
Who's Alfie and wants chocolate?
Ooh,
Okay.
It says Tony's on it. Ready?
Oh, my butt hurts.
I like that you made sure to say that into the microphone.
Ouch. Alex. Yeah, the yoga teacher daughter. It's like, you're sitting incorrectly. Your ankles are tight. Well, help me then.
Tell him how to sit.
No, I'm on my left butt right now. My problem is I'm right butted.
No.
That's my problem. I call it being right butted.
Oh,
Alex
great.
calls it unbalanced
chocolate is-
sacrum.
I don't have a napkin and the chocolate is melting.
Cue, Alex. Is it possible for your butt to fall asleep?
You want to sit on the couch?
Maybe I should ask the astrologer. Is it possible
What?
for Leos with Virgo risings for their butt to fall asleep?
Yes.
See, if you want to ask a question to a friend who's an astrologer, don't just ask a straight question. Be like, is it possible for your butt to fall asleep? Because they're not interested if you're talking to an astrologer. Then qualify the question. Say, is it possible for a Leo with a Virgo rising's butt to fall asleep? Then they're suddenly interested in answering.
I only answer questions if they're prefaced with your
Erica, why do you have one shoe off and one shoe on?
Because it fell off in my excitement. I don't know
Erica's
where it
shoes
went.
fall off when she's excited.
And I've been very involved in the chat, so I'm just leaving it there. Leaving it there?
Okay.
You want to sit on the couch?
Hey, Righteous Gemstones premieres tonight.
Baby Billy.
Baby Billy.
Baby Billy.
Baby
Do you guys watch
Baby
Righteous
Billy.
Gemstones? It's like one of my favorite shows.
Baby Billy.
Are the Australians? You know what? I told everyone I was gonna have an Australian accent by the time we filmed tonight.
Do we have any Aussies in the house tonight? Usually we have
I
one
don't
or
think
two.
our Aussies are here.
Where are the Aussies?
We have to find out.
I don't know.
All right. Did I get any love from my horror bodega shirt?
Everybody's saying you're sitting on your sciatic nerve.
Yeah, they've moved on.
I'm not sitting on my sciatic nerve. I left my sciatic nerve in the other room. I didn't want to sit on it tonight. So there you go. I have any more brilliant things to say about my anatomy?
Do you want to sit up on the couch?
Yeah, maybe I will.
Want to try it?
I will.
And if we need to move the camera, then I'll just have...
No, but what if I just laid on the couch?
I dare you.
Do it.
I dare you. Double dog dare you.
Triple
I
dog
dare you to lay on the couch right now.
My butt hurts. I'll be in pain. I'll be having to take an Advil later.
We're having a moment.
Look, the microphone stand is on snacks.
You guys, I can't stop snacking now. What am I going to do? I have to finish all these
If I
snacks.
sit like this.
No,
My daughter says enough.
You'll have a tummy ache.
My obsidian.
Oh my goodness.
You're dropping your obsidian.
Well,
Your
I used the coffee
sciatic.
shop today. Oh, that's good.
Let's blame the coffee shop. Okay, let's see if you're cut off. Let me look.
See.
Yep, you're cut off.
If I go like this?
Alex,
What if I go like
tell you-
this? Like I'm
I
like,
thought you were gonna lay down.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you have to put your head this way
Yeah.
Why?
because
Because you'll be. On
that's how you'll be
camera.
seen.
Why?
I almost hit the camera.
She
That's
did?
what happens when you have large people in a small space.
All right.
You can't put large people anywhere.
Can I go like this?
You need a
Can I
microphone.
go like this? Does this look graceful?
Wait,
Does this look graceful?
wait, your microphone.
Look at this.
Hold on.
Does that look graceful?
Wait.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, hold on. I need to get
Hold up.
the phone.
I got it.
No,
I'm
it's
good.
under the table.
Chill, I got
Slow
it.
everything down. Slow
Chill.
everything down.
Wait, hold on, you guys.
I'm good.
Wait, don't you want to pull the microphone closer
No,
to
stop.
you?
We're good. Let's go.
Oh my god. Maximum entertainment.
This is the best job ever. Oh, you need to see my face. How about like that?
Catch up
Is that good?
on the right here.
Wait, I have to cut this tag.
No, you can see your
Why?
face.
Because.
Yeah, you can see your face.
Stuff has tags. They know that.
So
Not
anyway,
on TV.
all right.
All right.
Hey
How's that?
guys, you are in our living room with us, so this is what happens when you're part of our family.
We're like dying of laughter right now.
Do you guys see Riz as like your big brother or your little brother or something? Because I'm sure you have seen this.
They're like, I'm loving
Okay,
everything
don't go to
this.
sleep, Riz, please. Here we go.
Oh, now I have to go to sleep.
Okay, now would you like to take a question?
Yes.
Okay, now he wants to try taking a question
Riz is
from his favorite
auditioning for Vogue.
position.
All right.
What?
Someone said you're auditioning for Vogue.
Okay.
All right, Riz, you ready for a question?
Yes.
Adam says, can I have a message from my spirit guides, please?
What's up, Adam?
I'm feeling a bit lost the past few weeks.
Adam, you have like the name of one of my heroes, Adam West. So don't ever feel lost because the power of Adam West is with you. Don't ever say that. Your name is Adam. You're like named after one of the most awesome people who ever lived, Adam West. He was awesome. He was a gangster. He was cool. There was nobody like him. And that's you too, Adam. There's nobody like you. And you're a gangster. You're a spiritual gangster.
Wait, he gives better messages laying down, you guys.
Yeah.
So now we have to always have him laying down
Yeah.
if you're going to get the better message.
I just want to say something to you, Adam. You had the Yeti is your spirit animal. The Yeti is your spirit animal. And there's like, I'm just seeing footprints walking forward. Yes, you're walking through the snowstorm, but you're designed to walk through the snowstorm. That's the part that you forgot, is that you're actually designed to walk through the snowstorm. That's why you were given the strength that you have. You're just tired of it. Okay, fine. You're tired of it, but you still have to walk through the snowstorm. So it is about regenerating your energy, and you're just getting rid of the parts of you that, look, we all go through the part of ourselves that feel sorry for ourselves. But I keep seeing Yeti energy, the Yeti. Yeti is like Bigfoot, but in the snow, like white, long hair. In the snowy regions is where I've seen this in my own visions and in my own astral travels. Yes, they're interdimensional creatures. Yes, they exist. Of course, you're watching the Mystic Psychic Pizza Party. What do you think we're going to talk about? This is the stuff we talk about here. So, feel the strength and feel the stride. Walking timidly is not for you. It's almost like I feel that the things that you were yearning for, the things that disappointed you, or the people that disappointed you, it's enough already. They don't have what you want. None of the people or the things that you think you're supposed to have the thing that you want. No one has anything that you want bad enough that you're going to sell yourself out for. So don't sell yourself out in any self-pity. You're selling yourself out when you do that. Because why? Because that's not who you really are. So the message I'm getting is walk your path strong and find snowy and it's cold. Fine. But it's not going to be. It's not going to keep going that way. You just keep, but don't think that the wind is against you. Just remember, you're designed to walk in that snow. You're designed by divine intervention, divine order. Just answer that call. Step up to that. And you'll be fine.
Kelly Starr asked a really good question I would like to answer. However, I'd like to know if there's any other burning super chats that needs to be handled. Okay,
No.
so Kelly, you asked a very good question. This has been a topic around these parts for a few weeks here. The question is, if you release your ego, how do you find your soul at the end?
Interesting phrasing, right?
Everybody, let's
Kelly,
take a
you just
moment.
opened up like an awesome treasure chest. So just take a breath, everybody, and sit back because she's about to like go off on a cool thing.
Well, here's the thing. In order for me to answer this question, I need to tag my daughter in. We're going to both do this together. We're going to both do this together.
She
So
don't
I
have a
might
mic-
have to
she
ask you
don't
some
have a
questions. And
microphone.
here's the reason why she has that microphone. Here's the
Oh, yeah,
reason
she do.
why. We have been studying the art of this topic and applying it and actually doing it in our real life. And so it's a very visceral, real thing here. And it's a lot to understand about. First of all, you have to understand what an ego is, right? And everyone has their definitions. And we can only give you the definitions that we have, that we feel an ego is. So we feel an ego is an identity. It's a personality that you create to help yourself navigate through life. Some are great. Some are great for a time, and then they kind of get too small and they don't fit into your evolving life and they got to go. Some are not great, and they're there to protect you because you went through something that you felt was dangerous. And that identity could also stop you from progressing and evolving. So what happens is after a while, you'll start to feel like you're looking down a tunnel. So you're looking down this tunnel, and the tunnel's getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and less options in life. And you start to feel like you're suffocating. And it starts to feel like you're up against the wall and you can't make any decisions, and there's no options left, and you feel like you're at the end of your rope, basically. What's really actually happening is the ego identity, the personality, is running out of tread because you're evolving. Yourself, your higher self, your spiritual soul self is evolving as you're growing and learning, and you're still trying to operate this personality. The personality can't manage and handle the capacities that you need. So you feel stifled and suffocated, but actually it's not you that feels stifled and suffocating. It's the identity that feels like it's stifled and suffocating. That's the distinction you really, really have to know.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to think it's you that's stifled and suffocating, but if you think about it logically, your higher self, your spiritual self, your soul life, your inner soul self, eternal self, can never feel suffocated or stifled,
right?
Because it is all things and it's completely expanded in its expression. As you're navigating this world, you think you need these identities and these personalities. Of course you do, because you feel like there's monsters around every corner. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? But you have to also remember, you might be looking at life through the lenses of these identities and these personalities that you've created to protect yourself. So as you're looking at life through those lenses, what happens is you'll start to see scary things, and you have to keep that identity in place. And the identity wants to survive, and the ego wants to live and have a job, and it doesn't want to get fired. So it is going to make sure it stays alive because that's its job. It has to stay alive. You made sure you programmed it to stay alive. It has to protect you at all times. And what happens is that identity is going to start finding danger around every corner so it can stay alive and remind you that you're not doing good, and it's at the end of the world, and you're at the end of the ropes, and you're suffocating, and you're out of options, and you're looking down a narrow view of a tunnel that's closing at the end, and you see no hope. It's actually not you. That's not you who's actually feeling that. It's actually the identity, ego, personality. How many do you have? You could have countless. You could have countless, but you have to work with the one that's prominent and dominating and the one that's really there. And the only way you could really find it, beside working with a shaman or a therapist.
I was going to say that, one of the things that helped me back in the day, which ended up promoting me. Is that a word?
I'm not helping you because you interrupted me.
It's called sending you, catapulting you, and then promoting you. I call it promoting you.
Yes.
Into becoming a shaman.
That's on a tread. Okay.
Which is a sacred plant medicine ceremony, which then I began leading them myself.
Right.
Which really dissolved the idea of what ego is, and you surrender to oneness, which is your pure soul. You need a very big experience to do this. You're going to think your way into it, but you're also going to feel and surrender your way into that understanding and that realization. And
it could be frustrating if you are not around or near a shaman or can't get to a shaman, or
you can come and do a shamanic experience with me here in LA. Thousands of people have done it. Alex wants to say something. Grab the mic, Alex.
Another way to identify.
Speak into the mic. You're too far away. Just grab the mic.
There's another way to identify your ego versus self, and that's when you are thinking in fear, worry, anything that's like a negative emotion or thought is not your highest self. That's always going to be some version of one of your identities. That's the easier way to kind of know when you're not being your.
She was asking also at the end of it. It was an interesting way she put it. Is your soul left? What was the question?
Right. Because, and there's this moment. So it's a good question because there's this moment where you want to let go of this identity, but you're unsure if you're going to be, who's going to be.
What's left?
Yeah. What's left? Like, are you still going to exist? Is there a soul left that's going to have your back? Like, are you just kind of giving up your ego, however you try to give up your ego, and then all of a sudden you're left with an empty vessel, like a hole in the wall, and you're just like not even a person anymore, and you have no personality left. That's not what happens. What happens is you actually are going to tap in to your deepest, most expressed self, which is multifaceted, multi-talented, multi-colorful and dimensional, and you're so vibrant and there's so much energy in you, and it's stifled by these identities and these egos. Now, don't feel bad and start trying to fight your identities, and don't try to fight your ego, because the ego is going to start doing whatever it can in its power to stay, and it's going to tell you, you need me. So that is like a big tricky area, because you have to really pay attention to what feels bad and what feels good. Do I feel scared? Do I feel relaxed? Is my nervous system shot? Do I have high anxiety? Do I have palpitations? Do I have nervous disorders? Do I have circulation issues? Is my body in disarray? You have to ask yourself these questions. And then what happens is, if you start to do the belief work that you are not the totality of this ego identity, but you are far more than that, just the idea of it, just the idea that you are a miraculous soul, you're an amazing, undescribable essence, right? If you even give yourself a half a millisecond to even try to imagine that or try to feel it, you might start to peel away the layers of this identity that's stuck to you. And of course, shamanic journeys are going to be the fastest and easiest way to get that shovel in there and start separating the ego.
You're probably ready for that, Kelly. Yeah, you're probably ready for that.
But it's good to know about it. It's a great question. The way you asked it was perfect. And so we wanted to take the time to answer that. That was really amazing. And we can keep going on this topic, but yeah.
So, take a breath, everyone.
Moment.
Yeah, letting things land is one of my favorite sayings lately when I've been working with people. I just have them pause after I say something, or even when they say something that I find to be very interesting or profound. It goes, don't go further. Let's go back. Say that again. And just don't say anything after, and let it land. Really receive it. Let it just descend into your skin, through your skin, into your bones, and then feel it. Because we're far too quick to try to intellectualize teachings. And the point is to actually feel it within your bones, make it into a physical feeling, not just a mental concept. Was there any...
Somebody wanted to know...
Any answer for that, Alfie? That's not crystal, it's candy. Would you see me take a bite of it?
Yeah, do it.
No, I'm not going to break my teeth on that candy just for your entertainment. I'll do a lot of things for your entertainment, but teeth breaking is not one of them.
I don't think
Who owned Alfie? Who was Alfie?
There didn't. There is not yet an Alfie.
Maybe you forgot, guys, but this is pretty strong coming through about that.
And it's definitely Alfie
and not Ralphie. What? Alfie could be Alfred. Yeah, of course it could be Alfred. Huh?
I have an Alfred.
You do?
Yeah.
Who passed?
Yes.
Who?
My great uncle Alfred. Never come through before, I wonder.
And you know these names.
It.
Are you speaking to the microphone? Because look, the microphone is so far away from you.
I gave it to Alex. Sorry. I'll bring it back.
Say it again. So you have the Alfred.
Yes, my great uncle Alfred.
Look at that. Erica's going to get a message today. Well, he's with you. Oh. How interesting. Remember that earlier I had made that joke about cosmic cartography?
Mm-hmm.
He popped in then, he's saying. So he's helping you chart your life. And not to worry.
Oh.
Your boat has all the supplies that it needs. And you're not going to starve. Like, you know, people, when they went on long journeys, they're afraid they're going to starve. There wasn't going to be enough resources. Yes, there are. and there's plenty of wine and plenty of bread and there's plenty. So don't worry. Oh, he wants you to know that there's plenty of fish in the sea. I think that has to do with your romantic life. All right. How interesting. So that's your great your ancestor watching you. Okay. But he came across as Alfie, but when you said could it be Alfred?
That was his nickname.
I got a yes. That was probably his nickname.
Yeah.
All right.
I
have a date for you guys.
Ask you a question on time.
June
Yes,
18th is a date that someone is making me say. June 18th. That's not the 17th or the 19th. June 18th. Thank you. Okay.
So, we have a question from Ashley.
Mhm.
Is there a message from a close friend of mine named Amy? She passed away in January of 2020.
Was this a cancer death? Ask her, please. I just did. I need to wait for the response because it's in. Okay. Any other question while we wait for that answer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, Jennifer. I've been having a racing heart in my sleep that wakes me up. I've seen a doctor, but I have no answers. Feel like this is.
Yes, I do. A couple of things here is you should check your cortisol levels. Look, again, because it's YouTube, we're not here to give any medical advice, or this is strictly for entertainment purposes. You like that voice, Alex? That's kind of like a generic whatever voice. So
Saliva test for cortisol.
That being said, yeah, I feel cortisol is the first thing I feel. You should be on ashwagandha. Jennifer, you should be on ashwagandha. Look up that herb. I like Gaia Herbs, ashwagandha. They're a very reputable company.
And Dr. Mark Hyman has a 100-point blood test on a kit. Look him up.
Biomarkers, 100 biomarkers. Get that test done.
It's the most comprehensive blood test you can get in the world.
It's a couple of $100, but it is worth it, guys. I mean, look, your health is the most important
biomarkers.
Thing. Yeah, it checks 100 biomarkers.
No doctor will offer that.
And listen, we're not affiliated with Dr. Mark Hyman in any way. When we just say what we like, honestly, with everything, down to the snacks, we are not. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I wish we were actually affiliated with all of them. In fact, I really, really wish we were, but we're not. We've been doing this for 25 years in the metaphysical field, and so we're just sharing with you what we feel works. And having a test with 100 biomarkers, your regular test by doctors is what, 10 biomarkers? This is 100. And so they will narrow it down. But the first thing that I get is those hormonal levels and the cortisol levels are affecting that for you. I don't think that this is necessarily a spiritual racing of the heart. I do feel that you have to reduce your stress levels here. Okay. Anyone with the June 18th?
No, not yet.
Okay, let's see.
We got a nice comment from Patricia Sullivan that I'd like to share.
What she said.
I'd like to see if I can do a voice. Maybe I could do a little voice. Should I do a little voice? Yeah? Should I?
Yeah, why not?
All right, here we go. Patricia says, "This is the best Sunday night. I'm here most weeks and love all the questions and answers, even if mine isn't answered. And the things I've learned here is worth everything. Love you guys."
Well, we love you too, Patricia. Thank you.
Very nice. That keeps us very motivated.
This is the way I like to spend my Sunday nights.
Do you guys like getting messages with Riz Lane down? Because he might be giving better messages. We have not done the test. We've been talking about doing the test. We want to do the test, but we haven't, and we're very close to doing it.
Yeah, it's worth it, guys. Look, it's a couple of $100. The last I saw was like $400. But this is your life, for God's sake. This is your life. Don't get the best tests you can, okay?
So,
prevention is the best cure.
What's the book's name?
Huh?
The book's name? We didn't
Which
talk
book?
about a book, right? We're talking about.
She talked about
the
Dr.
test.
Mark Hyman.
Yeah, Dr. Mark Hyman is.
Follow him on Insta and YouTube.
Yeah. He's a naturopath, and he's many more things.
And he's a regular doctor too.
He's a regular doctor, and he's used to. I think he used to, or still owns, some labs. healing centers, clinic, different kinds of clinics. Like he's been doing this work for a long time, but he's on the forefront.
And he really prescribes nutrition and the right testing,
Dr. Mark Hyman.
supplements,
Yes.
those things, and lifestyle changes.
Yes.
So we have Kyla.
Yes,
She said her grandmother Lotus's birthday was Tuesday.
There we go, Kyla. Her grandmother's name is Lotus?
I like that name.
Let's let that land. Did it land? I have to check. You only have 3 seconds for it to land, otherwise I move on. Did it land?
Landed. Don't move on.
Kyla, how cool is that she's here with us? She says, remember something. These are like the visions that they give me from the other side. It's like the mighty buffalo herd is with you, Kyla. The mighty buffalo herd is with you. Be strong. Sometimes the thunder that you hear is not because something is going to hurt you and a storm is coming. Sometimes the thunder that you hear is the thundering hooves of the army of buffalo that are clearing your path before you. Okay?
Riz's messages are different when he's laying down. Just a side note. I think they're more powerful.
That's not good to say.
It feels.
He doesn't know how he feels.
They're all
about
powerful.
Excuse me for saying that. Sorry.
You don't compare messages, then people feel bad. Then I'll be forced to lay down every single time, and that cannot be controlled. Yeah.
But
He might have to be Edgar.
But you want to hear something
He could
interesting?
just be like Edgar Casey.
Do you want to hear something
He could
wild
just
about Edgar
channel.
Casey?
Channel sleeping.
Okay, so that's just, you want to hear something crazy about Edgar Casey? I have the same exact numerology in the same order as Edgar Casey. Yeah.
And you're going to be channeling in West Virginia.
Where I think Edgar Casey's, Alex, can you look that up? Where's the Edgar Casey Foundation?
Oh.
Casey's Cayce.
So do you think you'd have the nerve to ever trance channel laying down?
What are you talking about? You've been asleep in the middle of the night when I've been trance channeling.
on YouTube?
Or it's Virginia Beach.
On video.
But yeah, that's West Virginia. Isn't that West? No, maybe that's not West Virginia. But it's close enough. Edgar Casey, yeah. Well, we're going to be in West Virginia channeling, and Edgar Casey Foundation's in Virginia Beach. And the common word is Virginia, so that's good enough.
People are saying you look so cozy, they're getting tired. Somebody else said if they lay down like this, they would be asleep by now.
I am asleep. It's just I'm channeling Riz and the guides.
You're telling yourself.
I'm channeling myself.
So Ashley had asked about her friend Amy.
Yes.
Whoa, your microphone's really far away.
She took her life.
She took her life.
Yes.
Okay, give me a moment. Well, there's someone, by the way, around you, Ashley, who did cross from cancer. Okay. Give me a second, because I think I do have a message from your friend. First, I'm going to tell you, Ashley, what I see with the vision that she's showing me is her walking on this long, long beach. And it was like when she crossed over she's like saying right where the water line reaches your feet just a little bit. That's where I walk between the realms. So right when you imagine when you're walking in a straight line on the beach and your right foot is on the sand and your left foot is in the water, but the water doesn't go all the way to your right foot because you're right on that edge. She's showing that to me like those are the dimension. That's the dimension that she was in when she crossed over. And she's like, thank you. It's like the smell of the ocean and the smell of the salt in the air. That's her. And she's breathing that in now on the other side. Is there somebody that was called Jay or Jake? Or Jack? Ashley? Connected to her? Do you have a piece of her jewelry? Also, she's putting a big heart around the month of May. I don't know what that's about. Please tell me. She did not think at the time when she was on Earth that she was a very good person. I have to say it. I mean, of course, when people, I don't know, people have different reasons why they take themselves out. But this is what she felt. She wasn't a very good person.
There was a Jake.
There was a Jacob? Was or what? Is? I want to know.
She was.
Okay. For some reason, she mentioned that name. I don't know why. Is that person crossed over, though, Ashley? I need to know that. Then I can dig further. Also, Ashley, I have another question for you. Did you know someone, or did she know someone who actually had a pet rabbit? Or was the rabbit the topic of a rabbit particular thing? Why was she showing me that? Or Easter? I don't know. I can only tell you what they're showing me, and then you're going to have to piece that together.
It's possible I have a stone of her jewelry.
Okay. And was she moving homes? Was she moving around a lot? Was she jumping from house to house? I'm going to stay on this for a little bit. So I'm going to wait for the answer. Let's wait for the answer from Ashley. Okay. By the way, Ashley, her Amy's
Jacob is not crossed over.
okay, but she's mentioning his name for some reason. Yeah. But she's home now. That's why she's showing me jumped from house to house.
She was eventually.
Yeah. And her feet hurt. I'm going to give you. So the reason she showed me on the beach was because when she was jumping from house to house or when she was homeless, it was like her feet hurt. And I'm talking physically. This is not even metaphorically. Actually, physically, her physical nerves were shot. But now she's not like that. So you don't need to feel bad. She's in her full body and free. And, you know, she actually was a very poetic and creative person. And she's getting to, because you still grow on the other side, Ashley. So she's getting to do that and getting to nurture herself in that way and heal. You'll see her again when it's time, not for a while. Listen, guys, we reunite with everyone. And when you cross over, whenever it's your time and you see them, you're going to be like, oh, shit, it was true? Like you really are alive still. And they're going to be like, yeah, I mean, you know, we told you, we sent you mediums and we gave you readings, but I know it's hard to believe because your heart hurts so much when that person is gone. Sometimes you have to wait till you're on the other side to complete that circle. My job and what I try to do for people is to let them know by giving these messages that have little specific pieces of information. So you know that they are there. These are confirmations. Okay. I hope that helped you.
She said Jacob is stepson and she thought highly of him.
How sweet that she said Jake. Jacob's her. Can you ring that bell? Ring it good. This bell is not a good bell. I never liked this bell anymore.
You guys, can you send us a bell? Just get this over with
Yeah.
already. Just send us whatever bell you think we're
Jesus.
supposed to use.
It's like
Enough already. P.O. box is in the description. I would just like to let you know, Riz, a lot of people are saying that they're laying down right now. So we're going to they all decided we're having a slumber party, but I
Okay.
feel left out. So now I have to lay down.
Go ahead.
Oh boy.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Go ahead, Alex. Talk. What do you have to say, Alex?
Wants to see it on them.
The firstborn daughter always has things to say.
Okay, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it.
Firstborn daughter always has things to say.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
The star maker moved around.
Yeah. I think it might cut off your head though.
Let's see. No, I'm here.
No.
Okay. Now we're all laying down.
And you can hear me okay? I'm talking right into the mic. You should be able to hear me fine.
No one said they had any sound issues.
You guys should be able to see.
Hey,
me.
guys, what's your favorite video game? I'm going to tell you mine.
Okay, while we're doing this, guess what we're going to do?
But I have a poll. Let me finish my poll first. Here's my poll.
Trolling.
I was
Not
already
fair.
saying it. Thank you, firstborn daughter. So,
I need some fans over here, you guys.
fans, they
Fans.
turned on me last week when they said that I cut you off. I'm not done with all of you. I remember your names, too.
It's true. He really does. He means
Yeah,
that.
I do remember who got on her side. I have a poll, and I don't say, I don't know, I don't really like video games. Everybody's got one game that they liked. I'm going to divide the question into
Oh,
two.
my glasses are over there.
One is your favorite home video game, and then what was your favorite arcade video game? So I'm going to tell you my favorite arcade video games first were Ms. Pac-Man, actually more than the regular Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, Frogger, and actually Millipede and Millipede.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite
There's
80s
a lot of
arcade games.
Pac-Man fans here.
Yeah, so Miss Pac-Man was actually superior to Pac-Man. But I would say then for home games, of course, Super Mario Brothers. Come on.
River Raid Atari 2600.
Oh, River Raid was awesome. Listen
Tetris.
to you. Look how everybody knows, right on the tip of their tongues. I liked
Hippie loves his Tetris.
Pitfall was amazing. Come on, guys. Pitfall was like groundbreaking.
Christine said Tron.
Ron.
Jen Halpern said, I won a Pac-Man playoff to get tickets to see Prince in 2004. I think she
What?
wins the prize tonight.
What?
I can't believe I just said that sentence out loud.
Yeah.
First of all, you won a
we just say
Pac-Man
that again?
contest.
I
so
won a Pac-Man playoff to get tickets to see Prince
That's
in
like a double
2004.
win. So not only do you get the ability to be the Pac-Man
Oh my
champion and the
God.
glory, but also to see Prince. Amazing. Does anybody
Zelda.
remember a video game called Zaxxon? And does anybody remember another video game that was on the I think it was on Nintendo. I mean, everybody knows this. Street Fighter. Loved Street
Okay,
Fighter.
so Amy says Qbert. Align
Qbert.
Connection says Zelda.
Forgot about
Moan says Kirby and Arkanoid.
Arkanoid.
Bal says Asteroids.
Yeah.
Kathy Arnott says Asteroids and Zelda.
Zelda.
More Pac-Man.
What about Oregon
Arcade
Trail?
Millipede.
That's
Millipede.
for the millennials. The millennials like Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail?
Shout out to the millennials.
Died of diphtheria.
Died of
Yet
diphtheria.
again.
Pong. Newfie says Pong.
Pong.
I like
Pong
how
was
the
good.
80s ones are so fun and playful, and like millennials is about trying to ford a river and make sure you just survive.
Paul says Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers is amazing.
Wait, somebody knows Zaxxon.
Somebody knows Zaxxon?
Yeah, Truth Wave Energy Meditation
Truth
says,
Wave Energy Meditation.
says that Zaxxon, it was incredibly difficult.
How amazing that someone who ended up with the name Truth Wave Energy Meditation, you find out the truth that like what really showed them about awesomeness was things like Zaxxon in the 80s.
Jen wants to know if we have an arcade with 80s games and beer.
We
so
do.
we do have an arcade.
We do have an arcade machine that's
With-
60 games, a full-size arcade machine, but we don't, and she said beer?
Yeah.
We don't drink.
The reason we don't
Root
drink
beer.
beer specifically, and we don't drink alcohol, but the reason we don't drink beer is because it bloats you. And it bloats you. So
But we have a little mini fridge that has all these fun drinks in it. Stuff that could start a tractor.
Melody said we had Pong, boring. Bal says Duke Nukem on your PC.
What's that?
Jake says I hated Oregon Trail.
Jake says I hate Oregon Trail.
Teresa says where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
That's a game.
Yeah.
That's a-
Oh, I forgot about that too.
Is that from Millennial?
Have you guys
Yeah, that was
noticed?
Millennial, and it was one they would have at like school.
Hold on.
Donkey
Yeah,
Kong.
no, it's Donkey Kong.
Yes.
My rotator cuff is like separating right now.
Oh,
Hold
here
on.
we go.
Oh, great.
Yoga teacher.
He's fine.
Um,
Lay on your side. Look,
On my
lay how
back?
I'm laying. Lay how I'm laying. Look how I'm laying up. No, I
Okay.
feel really comfortable.
All right, this is how I'm gonna do it.
Well, look, Riz, you can't pull it.
Stop yelling at me.
It's gonna.
What's
Oh my
gonna
God,
fall?
You're gonna break the whole set.
All right,
Erica,
that's fine. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
just pull the device closer, I guess.
Oh my goodness. Heart attack right now.
This is all Riz's fault,
Did
you guys.
ever see there was this game that was based off of Edgar Allan Poe poems and stories?
Nerd alert. Yeah. What?
Yeah, it is a nerd alert, but it was really cool, and I just want to know if anyone else
It
ever
was,
played it, or it was just me.
Christine said, I
Nope.
can't believe no one said Space Invaders.
Because Christina, the thing was, it's like Space Invaders is like too like, it was like the fundamentals, so nobody wants to go back to fundamentals.
Aligned a connection says Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
I
Pure
didn't know
Love
that.
says Space Invaders.
Double Dragon. Any Double Dragon fans out there? That was incredible.
Teresa says, what can I say? I'm 64. Well, what did you play?
Oh, Space Invaders. Pong.
No, what did Teresa play?
She probably said Pong
Oh, yeah. She
Yeah.
didn't say Pong, actually.
because that's what was out in like
She
if
said-
you're
she said
64.
Starfighter was cool.
Oh, Starfighter was cool.
Space Invaders, yeah.
You know, guys, you can buy arcade machines. Like if you want to spend your Christmas budget, buy an arcade machine that has like 50, 60 games on it. You'll thank me later.
Dungeons and Dragons. Finally, somebody said it.
Dungeons and Dragons. That's not a video game.
I
Is
know,
it?
but he just wants to
Just
say
wanted
it.
to feel
He just
Paul
wanted to
just-
say
Paul
Dungeons.
just
Oh,
wanted to
he
say it.
plays D&D.
Yeah, he just wanted to
I
say
think
it.
it's cooler to say that you play D&D than it actually is to play D&D.
I always want to try playing it just to do the voices. Can't you do like character voices in
You
it?
can.
That always seemed.
I love asking these questions. This is great. Really.
Roanne said the dark eye, Erica. Yes.
What's that?
She knows the Edgar Allan Poe game.
Okay,
Roanne.
tell me about the Edgar Allan Poe game.
So it would walk you through the telltale heart
Uh-huh.
and his other stories, and it was like you'd have to live inside the stories and find the person like buried in the wall, and like it was really
No way.
creepy.
How were the visuals?
I mean, for the time, because it was the late 90s, they were great visuals. It was like cutting edge.
All right,
It-
I'm going to
it was
read
a
a card.
vibe.
I love that because, you know, I have an Edgar Allan Poe.
While Riz
card.
is pulling out a card, can you guys like our video so we get in the algorithm, please?
Yeah,
Thank
you
very
guys
much.
got to make sure you like the video and
go
leave
under the
comments.
video
Yeah.
and click like. Don't like the chat. 'Cause
Right.
Some people like the buttons on the chat. That's what we're saying. We're going
the
under
video.
the like of the video.
Another thing, guys, can you, after we're done tonight, can you click share, and just pick 3 people to send this video to? This is homework, right? So just,
Usually I leave the comments off. I wonder if I still have it off. I may have to turn it back on. I
yeah,
don't know.
comment after the broadcast is over because
Under the
the
video.
chats don't show up as comments and YouTube doesn't count it. And we need that. We were trying to get, spread the word. And that's actually how YouTube works. The
'Cause
more that
we
you
want
comment.
people to watch us laying on the couch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm shuffling. Look how I'm shuffling. This is my way of shuffling. Okay. All right. So let's all pick a number.
Galaga.
Galaga. How could I not say Galaga? That's
I can't
actually
believe
my
you didn't
game.
say Galaga.
That's my game.
Oh
Huh?
my God, Shannon Ramey said it. Galaga, hello.
Shannon Ramey?
Yeah.
Shannon Ramey, you're my friend because Galaga, that is the shit, isn't it? It's amazing. Okay. Let's go. Give me a number.
Okay, everybody, give a number to Riz.
And I'm going to count down in the card. This is going to be now collective consciousness. This is the card I'm going to pick for us. Okay, go ahead. A number between 1 and 35.
Okay, well, getting numbers starting to come in. Should we wait till everybody starts
Yeah,
bringing
just
their
say a
numbers
bunch
in?
of numbers and I'll feel which one I'm
Okay.
supposed to do.
5.
Rogue,
12.
our set, she says we all need to go back to our set. So, Rogue, our set is during the week. If you want to see us sitting down and being proper, you got to come to our weekly videos. If you are hanging out with us and doing the pizza party Sunday night live, so we're having a good time, that's Sunday night.
She said we have to go back to our set?
I think she might have been joking, but
Okay.
because whatever.
You better be joking, Rogue, because you know this. crap.
Because Rogue,
I
we're
hear
gonna
like
get-
you have to, and I'm like, excuse
Rogue,
me?
we're about to
Don't
get
be
up
starting to
on your
start
grill
something,
right now.
Rogue.
Okay, keep reading the numbers. I'm going to tell you which one I feel.
12. We're getting a bunch of 12s. We're getting a bunch of 7s.
I feel 12, actually.
All right.
1,
Oh, wow.
2,
Lots of 11s, too.
That's the same person
4,
who keeps writing.
Oh, I
5,
see.
6,
Cheating.
7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Oh, wow. It's Guinevere. Guinevere. Check her out. I'm going to read her message for you
Wait, I can
guys.
hold it up, I think.
Oh, you have to get up then. You
No,
just hold
I
it
don't
up.
think so. I think you can hold it from here. Let me
Okay.
see.
Let's look in the Riz the Wiz guidebook. Available on our website, this entire deck. By the way, the order comes in next week, and we're going to start sending all the decks out.
Yay.
I think it was the 18th was the date.
Rogue says she comes in peace.
Yeah.
She immediately put angel halo emojis. I come in peace. I come in peace.
That's right, Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue. Better watch it.
Don't go rogue.
Don't go rogue on us, Rogue.
Oh, Guinevere's right here, page 5. Okay, here we go. Here's a message from Guinevere that was channeled. She's one of my guides, actually. Dear one, it is I, Guinevere, and I am with you on the path of love. It is time to disembark from your battle horse and pause. Take my hand and breathe with me here in the valley of golden sunflowers. I have come as a messenger to tell you that the wars are now over, my dearest comrade. Gaze upon the endless meadow of dancing light. This luminous ocean of healing is now embracing you. You may drop your swords and shields upon the soft earth, for nothing can harm you now, for you are choosing to turn your face to the sun-kissed blooming of inner peace. Look deeply into the sunflower's open, radiant face. Within the sunflower are 1,000,000 more tiny flowers, like you, with endless universes within your own heart. If the flower were to be placed in a vase and the vase were to break, the flower would remain. Such is the nature of the illusion of a heart breaking. Only the shell of protection has broken, not your heart. Your heart needs no protection, for it is made of light. It is what you are. In time, you shall feel this and embody it more. No fight is necessary now. Your softness is also a strength. Be nurturing to yourself by dropping your shields and swords. It is the brave soul who surrenders to the mighty path of love. The crystals in my sacred golden box are here to help you. Find a clear quartz crystal and place it over your heart and take 5 deep breaths. With each breath, relax your chest and feel the glowing expanse of powerful cleansing and clearing healing light that I send you. The energy is pure and sparkling like the sacred rivers flowing in your blood. Let us walk through the field of golden whispers. Guinevere is
Can you
so
turn
magical.
the book around so they could see what it looks like?
Yeah.
So you guys can purchase this deck on our website. I think Erica's putting the link. So people are saying this looks like a messy kid's room, and they love it. And some people are probably getting OCD
Okay.
watching it, but because they want to come over here and probably clean it up. So there was a popular number, which was 11. You
Okay.
didn't do 11. I think you did a different
Well,
number.
I'm going to shuffle and do
So
11
do
now.
an 11 card for all the 11.
Okay.
Here, do you want to put the card back in the deck or no? Leave it out because you don't want to pull it again.
Yeah, I don't want to pull it again.
Okay.
Look, because I did all this. Got messy. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Take it out.
All right, now I'm going to shuffle. Here we go.
Out
11.
of control. We are out
1,
of control
2,
because you
3,
knew we were going to get out of control.
4.
You had to supervise.
5,
Yeah, we act better
6,
because you're staring at us, so we know we
7,
have to act better.
8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my God. It's Alex Murray. Alex Murray is my teacher who's on the other side.
And he's all about having fun when you work.
He is. He had so much fun as a channeler. He was one of the greatest channelers who ever lived. And if you want to learn about him, go to our YouTube channel where the list of videos and playlists are, and you will see a 5-part interview I did with Alex 6 months before he transitioned from this earth into the other side. If you really want to learn about old school psychic and channeling and the story of someone who's fascinating, watch my teacher, Alex Murray. And for Alex to be here right now is a huge blessing for me. And I dedicated a card to my teacher. That's how much I love my teachers. And you should love your teachers that much also. Okay. Let me look up. You would think I would have this memorized, but I don't. Usually when I create something, I just let it go after. I haven't even read this. I haven't even read the descriptions for all the cards yet. After I channel them, I just let it go. Because it's not mine anymore. It belongs to you guys. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Alexander Murray, and I want to first tell you that before I left my body a few years ago, I was working on writing a book about the sacred art and metaphysical science of the tarot, and certainly never imagined that I'd be an oracle card. Well, thanks, Riz. You have immortalized my strange voice for generations to come. I had the wonderful experience of teaching Riz how to develop his channeling here. I always wondered who'd channel me. I'm glad it's him. He's a fine young man, and as you sail the psychic seas, I'm happy to be on deck. He's always clever. Like on deck and then deck of oracle cards. That was Alex. Always making these double entendre jokes. Well, I've come to speak to you because if you are interested in developing your own spiritual gifts, be it with tarot or energy work, as in laying of the hands, or crystal work, or divination with tools and psychic work, I am happy to say that I'm here to assist you. Oh, I'm not a god to ask anything from. I'm just like you, someone who loves this work and will always stay devoted to the magical truth of spirit guides, mediumship, and transformation and growth. I do feel that there are some important points to remember as you practice channeling energy, and I mean energy itself, the ebb and flow, the sensitivity to feel the most subtle vibrational changes in the air or in an object. These states of higher consciousness are indeed possible for anyone to achieve. You have a God-given innate sense in you, the proverbial sixth sense that is yours and yours alone. As you attune yourself honestly and openly and without putting pressure on yourself, you will most certainly begin to receive clearer and clearer communication. Your guides will teach you the vocabulary designed especially for you to understand signs and symbols and stimuli that you experience in your own mind that will make the messages legible. So just say, Mr. Murray, please lend me a hand, and I'll be sure to nudge you in the right direction. Happy astral travels, Alex. How cool is that? That was my teacher, guys.
He's just so proud of you. That's why he wants it. The second time you've pulled his card, he's just wanting you to know he's here.
It's my honor to talk about him for the rest of my life.
Somebody said, thank you for this marathon, which is really funny because it is kind of, right? Because we went over our usual time.
Yes. So we'll say goodnight, but thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going to just cut it off like that fast.
Well, I like ending with a message from Alex, you know?
What about if I'm not ready to end it?
Up to you. Do you want to say something?
Maybe. So, I love this new set. Alex says
she actually didn't have anything to say, guys, but she has to say.
I didn't want to leave yet.
It's like the friend that doesn't want to leave your house after you played with all the toys. It's awesome.
Oh my God. Well, you guys, it was really fun. And somebody recommended we should have Mexican food one night, which
we will.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a huge Mexican food fan, so
yeah,
definitely have to do that. And we are very excited to be doing all of this month because we are leaving to Japan with our Sacred Earth Retreat group
Actually, before that, excuse me,
April 2nd.
Before that, we're not going to be here on a particular Sunday because we're going to be in Sedona.
See? So it's good we've been doing all these Sunday nights.
Yeah. But that we'll let you know. But we'll be back next week. So much love to you guys.
Yeah.
It was really fun to have you guys over.
Yeah, you guys hung out with us.
Sleep well.
We loved it.
Safe drive home.
Safe drive home or go to sleep.
Come over next week.
Have good dreams.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people already laying down.
Yeah.
I hope this is a good nighttime story for you guys. And if it's the middle of the day, I hope you have a good week next week. And see y'all next time.